And welcome. We are the Lost Caravan RPG. We do one-shots, we do mini-campaigns, we do long-running campaigns. If it's TTRPG, we pretty much do it all. Today, for I think the fourth time on stream, we are playing some Locus. One of my, if not my absolute favorite, horror TTRPG. Don't let the current music fool you. This is absolutely a game that focuses on trauma and pain. So at the very top of the stream, I do want to preface with that, saying that we are going to cover topics that people might find uh, unsettling is the word I'm looking for. So if you absolutely need to turn away, take a break, you know, but take care of your mental health. It's very important. And we'll be here for you if you decide to come back. If not, we have content coming out almost every day of the week. This coming up. So yeah, we'll see you next time. But yeah, other than that, I have just a few announcements because we have not one but two sponsors right now. The first one being Hero Forge, a fantastic website where you can make hyper customized miniature models, get them sent straight to your door. You can even paint them there on the website. They're constantly adding new features. Recently, they added fishing gear that you can add to your minis. They also heard how much I loved cups. So, in response to my cries of joy for cups, they added more cups. They also added this very cool Lionheart armor, which is just this heavy-ass plate armor with, lions etched into it. It's all amazing. You can use the link there in chat to not only get cool stuff, but support us in the process. The other sponsor is the website that brings you this amazing music you're listening to right now, Epidemic Sound. They have a huge library of royalty-free music and sound effects for you to use, whether you're streaming or creating movies, whatever it is. I can almost guarantee they have what you're looking for. They have just thousands of songs. Once again, you can use the link there in chat, posted by the lovely Pio Nova, to get a 60-day free trial, 2 months, which is amazing. And even if you decide at the end of that 2 months to cancel, it still supports us. So either way, we heckin' love you for it. This is a part where I have to look at my schedule. I can never remember what we have coming up. Tomorrow, we have a game that I am very excited for. We are playing Mass Effect. It is a TTRPG supplement written by some amazing people that is based on the Cyberpunk Red tabletop role-playing game. I don't know that we have 100% nailed down that cast yet, so I don't want to say anything about that, but it's going to be an amazing game. I'm so excited. I love Mass Effect so much. Of course, Sunday is Lancer Day. We're playing Lancer. That's what we do. Alright. I think that's more than enough out of me, unless one of my mods is about to yell at me that I forgot something. So, let's cut this Luigi's Mansion music, as Turk lovingly referred to it.
Oh, you did forget something.
Thank you. On the 11th, we have our all-vampire game of Pathfinder 2nd Edition. This is the third and final game of this, what was supposed to be a one-shot. But the cast and crew were so amazing, and the story just kept going, so we kept playing. Alright. Yes, final.
Nerds be horny.
To set the scene just a little bit for you, before I let these wonderful nerds introduce themselves. We're standing in a train station. Which, like, I'm sure all of you, or most of you have done in your lives. The people around you pay no attention, busy with their phones, or busy in conversations with their loved ones, their business partners, whoever they may be traveling with. It is a day like any other. The faded yellow and black of the train whizzes by as it pulls to a stop in front of you. Hiss of the brakes. Eventually, the doors parting open, some with a slight creak, slight moan of overuse, maybe. At that point, I'm going to go down to guest number 1 here. And Tarek, would you please introduce yourself and the character that you're playing tonight? Or muted, my friend.
Muted! Ah! Okay. I am no longer muted, but I'm also Turk or Turk Extended on Twitch and Twitter. Tonight I am playing the asshole known as Thomas Shelby, property developer. And as the train pulls up, he's kind of catching mid phone call, like, yeah, no, it's a train, you idiot. What the hell else could I be doing right now? Yeah, no, I'm coming back into the city. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, of course, because you can't clean up your own fucking messes. You need me to handle this for you again. Yeah, what did I tell you? Of course he wants to convert them all to Airbnbs. They make more money that way. And of course, you couldn't review it ago and say, no, we want more long-term tenants, like a freaking idiot. You realize we can flip more of those going. Yes, ooh, the city. The city has a distinct rule about only 60% of tenants being required to remain in a building for it to continue to be residential address. So why don't you pick up that book or any book of local ordinances that I gave to you, wrote down and notated you for specifically, and hit yourself over the fucking head with it? All right? Sound good? Okay, great. You have a good weekend too, buddy. Absolutely. And he'll get himself situated.
As you hand over, your ticket, the archaic system, but for them it works. This is an older train, and take your seat. What's running through your mind?
Well, one, this is what you get for being successful. You get a bunch of remoras attaching onto you. Two, exactly how he's going to convince how he's going to have to once again probably take out this slimy little landlord fucker for some nice steak dinner somewhere fancy. Have to pretend like he enjoys all of his crappy little jokes from the 40s, and then squeeze him for a percentage if he's going to really try this little rental property business he's so intent on, as his company does own the building.
Gotcha.
But and in the same vein, it's a feels good to be a king kind of moment.
Just grabbing my notebook for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
No reason at all.
Perfect. And we will jump over to camera 2 to Sean.
Hi, I'm Sean, otherwise known as Rise most of the internet, and I'm playing Jacob Landsness, who you will see is a taller gentleman. He's wearing a button-down shirt with the sleeves rolled up, but it doesn't look like it's the nicest. It's a little beaten, a little weary. The same with the decently nice slacks and shoes that he's wearing. He just looks tired and out of place standing there. You can see his hands and face are tanned, but you can see that the telltale sign of white around the neck to show that when he is out in the sun, it's generally working. He's got his shirt on. He's not out at the beach. He's kind of shuffling along towards the train, just waiting to get on board. He's got a small bag slung over his shoulder and just doesn't look comfortable around all these people. He's constantly looking one way or another.
As you are led aboard, take your seat. What's running through your mind?
He's just looking around and kind of almost scrunching into a corner. Not that he just looks uncomfortable. And he's just thinking, I could have done this a different way. I didn't have to take this train. God, maybe if I'd gotten Tommy or somebody to drive, this would have been better and we could have done this just as fast. I mean, God, why did they need this specific freaking part for their this fancy freaking Euro car that they got to have this one specific part. And why couldn't why couldn't they just get it FedEx? But no, they had to have it this week. So stuck here with all these
Gotcha.
other people and just couldn't be elsewhere.
Absolutely. All right. That'll move us over to camera 3. Marlo.
Hi, I'm Marlo. I go by Bogwitch on Twitter as well, most places anyway. I am playing Sadie Davis, who at this exact moment is sitting on the nearest bench with her nose buried in a book. She's trying to take up as little space as possible and touch nobody, because that's who she is. She's mousy, she's small, and she's very much into reading her book. And as the train is pulling up, she stands up but does not look up. Continues to read, very Belle style, keeping her nose down in the book.
Would you actually make the very first roll of the game for me? An easy clumsiness roll.
Ooh, okay. My highest die is a 4.
What's your clumsiness number?
I don't think it's very good. It's a 3.
So you're good? You just want to roll above whatever your number is.
Okay, great.
Yeah. You definitely hear someone mutter something as they have to quickly step out of your way, but avoid causing a scene thing. And as you step onto the train and take your seat, what's running through your mind?
She reaches down with one hand, still holding her book open expertly with the other, and pats her satchel. In it is a wrapped up, she's got lots of books, but there's one that's wrapped up very well, and she pats it to make sure it's still there and it's still good. She's making a delivery to another library. She's a librarian. She's making a delivery to another library, so she's very concerned about why she has to take this herself, because nobody trusts anyone else to do it. And she's patting it to make sure it's still there, and it's on her mind as she walks onto the train.
All right. And then that brings us over to camera 4, James.
Hi, I'm James. I'm extremely fucking tired because I just got home from Gen Con, and let's traumatize me a little bit today. I'm playing Nathan. Nathan Grievous. Yeah, as Nathan's he hears a train coming. He has like a stack of photos in one hand. He's currently like searching through them all to make sure that he has them in the right order. Nathan's an investigative journalist, and so he's been on assignment for the last few days doing another bullshit report, but that's what pays the bills. And he's just thinking of himself, God, another affair case. Do I really have to keep documenting this shit? Whatever. No one's gonna care anyways. Put him away as the train gets closer and just thinks about the details the last 24 hours of having to stalk out, do interviews, stay in a shitty hotel that, the company barely paid for themselves and most likely had to come out of a lot of my own pocket that I definitely won't get reimbursed.
Fortunately.
Yeah, it's been rough.
As you take your seat, what is the thought that's running through your mind?
I hate this job. I hate that I'm good at what I do, but I gotta fucking hate this job.
Perfect. As the rest of the passengers all board, this is an overnight train. So anyone here typically knows what they're in for. This isn't the most comfortable place to sleep, but you all make the best of it. Back to the main screen. I'm gonna read you all little story, little history. Between the towns of De Cordova and Julieta runs a single train. This train has run every day for as long as anyone can remember, regardless of the weather. It's here that you will all find our story beginning. Whether it's a work commute, a trip home, maybe a vacation. We're all headed towards the oceanic city of De Cordova. Like any day, you've all purchased your tickets, found your seats, and are enjoying the scenic view of the Celarian countryside. As the sun starts to set, after hours of watching verdant hills and endless farmlands race past the windows, Car 13 and its occupants start to drift off to sleep. It began with a night no different from any other, until a sudden scream shatters the quiet of the sleepy car. What horrible plot awaits our heroes, and what truths are we about to discover? With that scream, let the Locus begin. The four of you, all riding in car 13, whether you were drifting off to sleep, working on a late night report on your laptop, browsing your phone, whatever it may be. The silence is shattered. A female, high-pitched, blood-curdling scream echoes out. Screams for 4, 5 full seconds. And then once again, it's dead silent. All of you look around, whether you were jolted awake or had your attention diverted from whatever you were working on. No one else is moving. There's no other sound other than the tick, tick, tick of the train slowly trudging along. Which of you think would be the first up and out of your seat?
I'd say Jacob probably would move. He would have been probably not sleeping well, given that the train is moving and it's probably not the most comfortable for someone who's probably about 6'3", bigger guy, but he would have jolted up and at least made it to the aisle, looking around, trying to figure out what was going on.
Absolutely. Three of you would see this larger man get up out of the seat. It's an odd sensation as you stand up. You're by no means motion sick. You've been on this train however many times, but as you leave your seat, there's just this wave of nausea that hits you and then immediately passes. See,
Kind of shake it off. Ignore it.
And the rest of us can clock it up.
you would absolutely see him stand up. The train is dim, so you might not catch that moment of nausea, but yeah.
I think because Nathan is just naturally investigative, he's just gonna register that as a thing of interest. Might not be important, but something to keep an eye out on.
Sadie, Thomas. We'll see this man.
I think
Oh, go ahead.
Sadie grabs her things and starts kind of to stand up to panic, like she's gonna run, but she doesn't know where to go because she just heard that sound, and so she's clutching her satchel in front of her and looking wide-eyed at everyone else. Did anyone else hear that?
I mean, the scream, yeah.
So I'm not crazy.
You think you're crazy?
I don't know. in the beginning of books, a lot of times people are going crazy. They hear and see things that don't exist. You ever read Lovecraft?
Why don't we all just sit down, please? Train
Sorry,
has
who are
plenty
you?
of someone who doesn't need a bunch of crazies running around the cabin right now.
Who you calling
Paid for my
crazy?
ticket. I'm talking about you, Mr. 5 foot, 6 foot, whatever. You hear a scream and all of a sudden you want to act like an action hero? Sit down. There's staff here. They'll handle it. That's what they're being paid to do.
Looking
You know?
around, do I see anybody else moving?
The other dozen passengers, even in car 13, not a single person other than you four has started to move. Or even reacted.
Still think
See
it's
anybody
important.
else looking around or trying to help here, Starbucks?
Drinking Starbucks, please. All right. Look, you want to go play investigator, G.I. Joe, Sherlock Holmes, or Lovecraft over there? Be my guest.
I don't know what a Lovecraft is, but yeah, I'm gonna go see if someone needs help.
Doesn't shock me.
Yeah. You just sit there and drink your fucking coffee.
Really good.
Alright. You are about the center of the train. There's guests both ahead of you and behind you. What to do?
Could I tell what direction the scream came from?
It just sounded like it filled the car.
I guess I'll maybe kind of slowly start making my way towards the back and just kind of looking to see if I could, like, someone fall over, someone, what might have caused it.
You pass by the various seats. Each of them, well, most of them, filled with passengers covered in blankets, kind of turned away from you. Looks like they may have. Most people fall asleep looking out the window. Others fell asleep just completely covered in their blankets. There's no one in the aisle. No one seems disturbed.
Kind of nudge whoever is closest. Just kind of tap them on the shoulder. Hey, you hear somebody screaming? Everything okay?
Your tap feels and sounds like you're tapping plastic.
The hell? Hey. A little bit harder. Kind of shake him a little bit, maybe.
Grab the shoulder, just very gently shake. That's what you have in your hand just kind of dislodges from the rest of the body.
Oh, I drop it and jump right back. Oh, God, what the?
What the
What
hell
the
did
hell?
you do?
The blankets pull down enough that you can see about the top 2/3 of the face. And it's this perfectly, manicured looking hair, all plastic. Smiling face, all plastic. Very much a mannequin.
What the hell? Why are people bringing freaking clothing store dummies in here?
Can the rest of us see this? Or
Yeah, absolutely.
okay, obviously can. Okay, Nathan's gonna like fully get out of his seat and gonna meet up with Jacob.
You'd also feel that very brief wave of nausea that leaves almost instantly.
That. Okay. I don't know what kind of Doctor Who bullshit you're trying to pull here, but some of us would like just get back home in peace, please.
You think I did this?
Well, if you didn't, this is some sort of like cruel joke then.
Buddy, I'm a car mechanic. I don't know how to do this shit.
Maybe it's Starbucks over there. Looks wealthy enough to fund something like this.
I mean, he does look like an asshole, so.
Can I, like start inspecting the body, like using my pen, and so I don't like get any of my DNA evidence on it.
Yeah,
Shit, you
poke it. You can
Yeah,
pull down the blanket just a
I didn't
little.
say I was the greatest. I just said I was here.
I
just
think
gonna Gonna check this mannequin for prints.
Blanket would go
So
down.
not-
No,
The
get
plastic
my
police.
DNA on it.
With the plastic police are gonna show up.
Hey, look, I've seen automatons
I'm not
in
here, I'm
Doctor Who. We're about to get fucked up.
The blanket slides down to about shoulder level. You see plastic neck, plastic shoulders.
Okay.
What kind of weird shit is this?
While you're all inspecting this, Sadie has realized that you just uncovered a mannequin, and so she's looking at who's sitting directly next to her because she's scrunched in the center. Of course she is.
Mhm.
And so she looks to the left at the window seat and like moves the blanket and lets out an eat, and then moves to the right and realizes she's gonna cross over one to get out, and then like does it so fast that like she just like trips out and into the aisle, barely like stopping herself, like they're all mannequins. They're all mannequins. What's going on? Who did this?
The one that you just barely catch with your foot causes you to kind of stumble. The legs immediately separate from the torso. The entire thing just comes sliding down to the ground.
Oh!
What the hell are you?
Still
Fuck.
an
There's two.
enormous smile on its face.
It's smiling. Why is it smiling?
Look, mannequins are supposed to smile.
I guess. I don't like them. I always get them confused for people in the store. And I one time I stood in line behind two of them. I thought they were in line for the cashier. I don't like them.
It's okay. You just
Oh
calm
yeah,
down.
setting all that, whatever that was aside. Why is the train full of mannequins all of a sudden? This is weird. Is this just a joke? What?
The two of you that are standing up closer to the back of the train, would you both roll a easy carelessness, please?
Yes.
Yes, my highest was a 6. Carelessness.
Oh
is
yeah,
2.
I pass.
Perfect. As for as distracting as that may be, whatever is happening with this woman, you kind of keep an eye on your surroundings, not quite understanding what might be happening. You glance out that back door towards train 14, the last the last car in this train. Standing there in the doorway, full on staring back at you. It's a figure. Pristine white mask on their face. Just watching you. When he notices the eye contact, he just puts up one finger.
Hey, I'm sorry, I don't know your name, but you seem kind of big. I'm gonna press the button that gets like the doors to open. I'm guessing that fails.
Nothing.
Hey,
What are you
you're
doing?
kind of big. Can you? There's a figure. Maybe they
Yeah,
know
I
what's
see. It's
going
weird
on.
looking.
Yeah, exactly. We should probably figure out what's going on then. He seems to know what the fuck's going on. Maybe we could beat the information out of him. I don't know, but
You want to go after the weird white face dude?
I'm sorry. I'm in a train full of mannequins right now. We're the only 4 that seems to be awake, and you're gonna question the guy with the creepy fucking mask on. That's the
I'm
line in
questioning
the
just
sand.
about everything right now.
Okay, look,
Okay? You want? Fine. You want me to try to open the door? Is that what you're asking?
yes, it's quite literally my job to investigate this shit. This is how we get the process started.
Yeah. All right. You get. Yeah. I'll see if I can pull it open.
Make a hard frailty check, please.
Hard frailty. Ooh, 5, 6, and a 2. 2 is my frailty.
So, unfortunately, you start to pry it open, and it gets about an inch and a half, maybe, of separation there where the door is. And the figure you see them lean down, wipe their hand into something, and across that white mask, just paint a red smile, and then just disappear back into the darkness of car 14.
Jerk my hands back real quick, try to keep from getting them squished in the door, and she's like, "Did you see that? What was that? It looked like
Don't
some
know.
V for Vendetta shit or something. I don't."
What do we know about the local area?
Farmland?
I'd say this is a demonstration of sorts, but this seems like the wrong area for it.
I'm so sorry. I can't believe I forgot. Would you please all draw 5 cards?
Oh, fuck! Fuck!
I absolutely forgot the top of the game.
Five?
If you draw your virtue, you can discard it and add to willpower. If you draw your haunt, I just need to know how many haunt cards you have.
1 haunt card.
Two haunts, one virtue.
2 virtues, 1 haunt.
1 haunt.
No haunts, 1 virtue.
Very nice. And those virtues can all be discarded.
So I believe that's 3 on a virtue, 3 willpower.
We're going 2.
2. Okay.
Don't be afraid to spend your willpower to reroll, because you will end the game with too much willpower.
What? No. At one point I had like only 11. You know,
Speaking of,
saving those for a rainy day.
would the 2 of you that saw this individual please draw a card? I just
Neutral.
perfect. As the figure disappears, air, while you may not have noticed, that was gradually getting colder and colder, starts to warm. Things start to feel more normal. There isn't quite a sense of dread like there was just a moment ago. Although, I believe all of you, except for Mr. Thomas Shelby there, have left your seats.
I'm getting up now. Alright. What the fuck replaced all these other people with plastic mannequin freaks? What game show is this? I swear to God, if Ashton Kutcher comes out, I'm gonna punch him. Hate his stupid face. Be
Sadie,
fine if it's Kevin Hart, though. He's great.
you said that you had your
Yeah, I'm
books
sure he smells well.
clutched to your chest as you kind of stumbled. Do you think at any point they may have slipped out of your grasp, or is it just an iron grip on them on your chest?
Sorry, your books. Sorry.
Yeah, I think she's got an iron grip on them still. Yeah.
Perfect.
So, alright, we got a bunch of plastic people, and then white face, red smile guy over there, and the door won't open. Anyone? Ideas? What the hell is going on here? Is this some kind of slasher movie? It's like some kind of Nightmare on Elm Street shit?
I mean, I figure we just start looking for the cameras. They clearly cut the power to the train line. Or
I'm
at
gonna
least
look
the
out the
car.
window. Does it look like we're still moving?
You are. Slowly, but you are moving.
Train's still moving.
Well, the engine's still going, I'm sure. I'll go check the other door. You all try not to cause a scene.
Yeah, because I'm worried about what the mannequins are gonna say if they see me freaking out.
Get to the
Up
front
to
door.
you in America's viewing public.
Get to the front door. Hit the button. Opens with ease.
So, I figure we're good. Seems like the ongoing destination is this way. Unless you want to try and hulk out on the door back there again.
Not particularly.
I'm sorry, who exactly are you?
I'm sorry, are you not all in on this? You aren't. I'm not the odd one out here.
Yeah,
It's
you're
pretty
right.
odd, but
Yeah, you're right. Me, on like my broke ass salary, had enough money to not only fund this entire operation, it was
I'm
also to
not
get you
talking
here.
about funding here. I'm simply talking about who here is the paid actors meant to amp up and lead us in a particular direction.
Because you're the one
Obviously,
who opened the door, I would suspect you, actually.
well, I can tell you right now, it's not me. So,
and you look so trustworthy.
I am trustworthy.
Anyway, I ain't sitting in here with these mannequins.
You don't think we got
Oh.
on like a murder mystery train, right? Like that's a thing, isn't it? Like they have murder mystery trains where you can go on and you can like solve a murder. And maybe that's what happened. Maybe we didn't realize we bought the wrong ticket.
That's a good idea. I think I've heard of something like that. Like it's like a game, like Clue or something.
Yeah.
Would fucking happen to me? Only train into De Cordova into fucking murder mystery train. Fine. What happens next on the murder mystery train? How do we speed this up?
Well, I mean, I went to a murder mystery party one time, and you gotta find the body first. So someone got murdered. Let's find the actors pretending to be dead.
Sorry, you think someone got murdered?
It's
I
fake.
just
It's
heard
an
a
actor.
scream. I'm sorry. Okay. If that was the case, can I start looking around, see if there's actual like cameras or stuff? There's easy ones to spot, in
Yeah,
the eyes of mannequin heads.
I'd also be joining on this.
yeah, absolutely. Easy carelessness, please.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna grab my little bag with my clothes. Just to
Yep,
leave
I
things.
make it.
Easy.
Search the corners, search the seats, search the mannequin eyes. No cameras.
I didn't find any, did you?
Of course not. It's little micro cameras probably in the freaking walls. All right, look, we're gonna go follow Reddy over there, Little Red Riding Hood, down this whole trail and go see where Grandma's body ended up.
Me? I shouldn't lead the way. I'm not very brave.
You're the one who has all the murder mystery experience.
I went to one party once, and it was when I was in high school, and it was old
It's
Hollywood themed.
Rice on a biscuit. Fine, follow me.
As she walked in, she's like, "I played Patsy Cline."
I don't care who that is.
Is that who that Tim guy played in the movie, or is that?
Oh no, she's a country singer.
Oh, sorry, it's been a while since I've seen Clue.
Oh
Oh,
no, I
Patsy
was.
Cline. You don't know who Patsy Cline is?
What
These
the
boots
fuck
are made
is-
for walking.
I thought that was the Sinatra lady.
Yeah, that's Nancy Sinatra.
Is it?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, but yeah.
So,
Did Britney Spears make one of those as well?
Hey,
Thomas,
pop singles are moving forward.
you
You
are
just keep walking. We'll follow you.
Mm-hmm.
you're stepping
Not
through
stupid.
to car 12.
I'll move forward when the rest of the group seems like they're actually going to move their asses, yes.
You get to that's like almost like a rubber material that covers the door, the entryway from train to train, and so people can't fall off or jump off without a lot of extra effort. But push the button to the next door. You cross that barrier again. That very brief wave of nausea hits you. Step into that train. It is pitch black, almost pitch black. You can see the outlines of the seats. You can see outlines of sleeping passengers, of luggage. Still the only sound being the tick, tick, tick of the train hitting the wooden rails.
I'll take a quick peek down the most immediate aisle here. You said outlines. Are these more mannequins or?
Hard to tell.
And lighting situation. Also, just want to check on that.
Lighting near pitch black.
Don't suppose any one of you has a light?
Pull out my cell phone and turn the light on.
I think Nathan would just normally have one because of the job. Like a little hand flashlight, nothing, too big.
Jacob, you pull out your phone, hit the flashlight, notice that you have 46 missed text messages, all from the same number.
Oh, what the hell? Is it a number I recognize?
No.
Hit the first one just to see if it's some kind of spam robot call or whatever.
It's just the same message repeating 46 times. Why didn't you stop me? Why didn't you stop me? Why didn't you stop me? Why didn't you stop me?
Close those and just look around.
Yeah.
Would you make a cowardice check for me, please? Medium.
This is 3. You said medium?
Mhm.
That's a 5, so that's a pass.
Good. Managed to keep your composure, swipe the messages away. With not one, but 2 light sources now, you see that's the first 2 rows of people in this train. Plastic faces, plastic hair, plastic bodies. Though these look older, more worn, like they've been in the store for a while. Scratches along the arms, on the collarbones, sides of the head, where clothing was probably added and removed hundreds of times.
This is weird.
Telling me. All right, so hey, murder mystery. Anyone find a body yet?
No. But I've been thinking about the murder mystery thing, and you're given roles. None of you got any roles, right? Like a fake person to pretend to be?
Oh, are you pretending to be book nerd?
No, that's who I am all of the time, unfortunately. No. Usually they give you a role, and you're supposed to pretend to be somebody else, and then somebody's given the role of a murderer, and they're not supposed to tell anybody. And then you get clues. Nobody got any of that, right?
Nobody talked to me about doing any kind of acting or anything like that.
Okay, then, I think that pokes a big hole in my theory.
Hey, great. So we're back to what? Internet prank? Some Mr. Monster, whatever the fuck it is, YouTube channel thing?
Yeah, but this is a lot. Where'd all the people go? There were bunches of people on this train. We weren't the only ones who got on here.
I don't know. Think I know this shit? That's why I'm trying to figure it out.
I don't fucking know either.
Well, the scream came from somewhere. That means there has to be another living person, or maybe not living person
Yeah.
anymore.
I don't know. Oh, yeah. We just need to keep looking, I guess, to find someone who can explain this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk forward.
What one thing really, really quick, and
Yeah.
he's just gonna like shout, "Excuse me, I do not consent for my image being used in the general, yeah, you know what I mean. I want this whole thing blurred. I want myself written out. You cannot use any of this footage. You
Hey,
got me? You little
hey.
influence chasing piece of shit?"
Hey, guy. I don't think that really matters at this point.
Door.
Mostly because you just out of focus for like, okay, there we go.
I said I didn't want my image used. And
That
I
was
zoomed
perfect.
in on the fucking-
It went.
Perfect.
The door behind you closes, and you hear this heavy thud of something back from the train you come from, back from car 13. One of the passengers slams into the window, hands just balled into fists, beating against it until he's physically just whipped down out of sight.
But like an actual person?
Like an actual person. One of the people that you'd boarded the train with.
Where did he come from?
Oh, it's real fucking clever. Yeah. Not really scary.
Figure in
Okay,
the
what?
white mask
That's scary.
rises up, paints two eyes along the white mask, both crimson.
Oh, what the fuck?
Fuck.
No, thank you. I don't want to play.
Hey, it ain't Halloween. Knock your crap off.
Sadie and Thomas, for the two of you, draw a card, please.
Neutral.
Virtue.
Sweet. That virtue you keep from now on. If you draw a virtue card, you keep it, but you still do add the willpower.
Okay.
Stands there, looks at each of you. See him reach down, grab something heavy, and just start dragging it back away from the door until he just disappears to darkness.
These TikTok kids have too much fucking money. All right. So, what? We just gotta keep going through with this, I guess? Get the fuck off this train till these fuckers realize we don't want to play their stupid little game anymore?
Maybe we could find whoever's running the train, the engineer, whatever you call him.
Great.
And
Still
yeah,
haven't-
I'm going to back away from that door and then turn around and head towards the front. Still got the little light up.
I'll check my own phone, see if there's service on it. See if I can call somebody. I'll get my fucking lawyer on their asses. We're getting live streamed anywhere. I swear to God.
Yeah, you absolutely have service.
I'm gonna try and put an outgoing call to just my lawyer, my legal team. I'm gonna give them a heads up that we got a nice little case on our hands,
Absolutely.
or at least some just
rings and rings and rings.
fuck. Fuck me off again. I swear to God.
Someone eventually answers. They're far too long. You know it should have gone to voicemail at this point, but it just kept ringing.
Excuse me. Yeah, I know you have my number locked in there. You know who I am. What the fuck are you doing? Is this your first day? I will have you out of that office so quickly. You will not be able to catch the yellow slip they hand you on the way out in your ass cheeks.
In few different voices, all almost talking over each other. You hear, it's so cold. We didn't have a place to go anymore. What? Why?
Who is this? Who the fuck is this? Is this some fucking cleaning crew bullshit?
Hear two individuals that get into a shouting match with each other over the phone, completely ignoring you, talking about eviction and you need to get the fuck out now, which ends in a gunshot and then silence.
Shit. Fucking Christ. Fuck. Hanging up. What the fuck is going on there? Alright, so I'll fucking leave a voicemail with them later. It's fine. Whatever.
Thomas, would you make a medium cowardice check, please?
Sure. I got exactly my cowardice. 3.
Will you take your stress up to, I believe it's tense? Yeah. No. Dang it.
Uneasy?
Uneasy, yes.
I got you. Okay, it's fine. Lawyer's office might be in a bit of trouble, but that's fine. They have voice call records there. Okay. All right. Sorry. Where's everyone going off to now?
We'll keep going forward.
Yeah.
Maybe we
Good.
find someone who knows what's going on.
Good. 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 Good.
Go up and try to open the next door.
You get about 3/4 of the way across this car, using your lights to just look from seat to seat. You see more people comfortably sleeping, or more mannequins comfortably sleeping. Till one hand just lashes out, tries to grab onto your foot. Thankfully, you have the light and are able to just take a step back, just a lightning quick, lift your leg up, and it's just one bloody, bruised arm that tried to reach out, and now just lies limp.
Oh shit! Are they like covered in a blanket, or am I
It's
seeing
just the arm sticking out from under one of the seats.
oh shit! So I'll get down and see if I can't figure out, shine my light under there. See, is this a dead person or what?
Take a moment to get down, trying to get a view of what might be under there. There's nothing connected to the arm. See that now it's plastic, fake.
Wow. Fuck. Kick the arm.
Flying clatters further up the car.
Fuck this shit.
Was it a real arm?
That's just another dummy.
Sorry, didn't we get on the train with people? How the fuck? I'm sorry, I'm just trying to piece some of the stuff together between your phone, and what's going on.
No idea. I mean, that's kind of why I'm freaking out here.
Did we call local authorities?
I mean, who'd you try to call?
My lawyer.
Yeah, you yuppie. Who'd you try to call?
My lawyer.
Try. All right. Well, maybe we try to call the cops.
Yeah, and what? Tell them we're on a fucking prank show?
I mean,
Actually, it's a halfway decent idea.
I don't know. I mean, none of us said we would do this, right?
What if we report like an anonymous tip, like
It's like kidnapping.
yeah, or
Technically.
put in a bomb threat?
Don't call in a bomb threat. They trace you.
Look, all right. Look, I'm just trying to.
No, look, I'm gonna call the cops right now.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, you look rich enough that they'd pay attention.
911. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, real. I'm sure your Twitter feed is real blown up with stuff like that. Okay. And I'll put in 911.
Would ring once, and the click of the line connecting. 911, how may I help you?
Yeah, hi. I and 4 other people have been placed in some kind of strange, I don't know, game show situation. It's like some sick Saw shit. We're on the train to Cordova City. We're in need of assistance. We think the train's been taken over, or we've been unlawfully abducted.
Why do you think you deserve to be there?
Excuse me?
You heard me. Why do you deserve to be there?
I'm sorry. What the fuck do you mean? Why do I think I deserve to be here?
It's
You bought a ticket.
about 10 seconds of just pure silence. Nothing.
Excuse me? Hello?
Oh no.
Could I speak to your fucking manager? This is unprofessional as hell.
He's going to find you. And I'm sorry for you.
What the fucking... Who the fuck is he? Alright, well, who is this? Some little sick fucking kid shit? You swapped our phones for some stupid little... You jamming our signals, redirecting them? Some stupid fucking, Gen Z tech bullshit?
You should run. The line goes
Run.
dead.
You should run. Fucking piece of shit.
What
I
happened?
don't think our phones are gonna work. Little shits have us all linked up somehow. Ask
What did
about
they say?
who? Why do you think you deserve to be here? You know,
What?
he's coming for you. You should run. Yeah, real fucking scary. I've been goddamn haunted hayride. This fucking.
You think?
Wait, I'm
You think?
sorry. This is a punishment to be here?
Why do you think you deserve to be here? Yes, it's very well written. My 5th grade teacher will be very impressed.
You think they hacked your phone?
They hacked all our phones. They got some kind of signal jammer in the cars or something.
Yeah, I got these weird text messages before, just same bullshit repeating over and over again.
Did
Oh,
did
great,
we
yeah.
hurt somebody? Did we do something wrong?
Of course, we didn't do anything wrong. We bought tickets onto a train that some stupid little influencer is going to try and post some hour-long YouTube video about, or clip it down to 30 seconds bites so his little followers can, you know, jerk themselves off to people being mildly scared.
Door back
Look.
to car 13 opens. That white masked figure stands there, opens his own door, starts walking towards the four of
alright.
you entering your car.
I don't want anything that you got going on here. I am going to peaceably and calmly walk away and leave the situation. And if you come at me, I will have you on assault charges so airtight you can cook them sous vide.
Pulls out a 9-inch butcher's knife.
Whoa! Hey!
shit.
What the fuck? Yo!
Fuck,
No!
fuck this.
No! Hey!
Yeah, no,
what
I'm gone. If there was a cartoon, there'd be smoke trails.
Takes a second, and he's like, Jacob's looking around, and and he kind of grabs Sadie and pulls her along, pushes her in front of him.
Is that a real knife? What
It
did we
looks
do
fucking-
wrong?
That's a very real knife.
Go!
Get to that door, hit the button, the door immediately slides open. You are in car 11. Doors both close shut. Don't see the figure anymore.
I'll look around, see if I can't find some way to like bar the door, or like if there's like 2 handles, maybe like something I could tie around them, the handles to hold it closed.
Yeah. Do you have anything on hand? I mean, there's blankets that people were using.
Maybe a belt.
Yeah,
got a
belt
belt?
would work, yeah.
Take a belt, and I'll try to use my belt to make it so that that door doesn't come open,
Absolutely.
and then just back away.
Nathan, Sadie, the two of you, as you see this big burly man just start barricading the door with his belt. Your light kind of drifts over the other passengers of this car. Some of them weren't even covered. The blankets that are covering them look tattered and old. You see deep scars along their mannequin bodies. Some of them have full facial disfiguration. Parts of them are slightly melted. All of them look slightly horrid. And I'm sorry, I missed it, but at the top of the hour, would you all draw a card?
Yes, please. Draw another card.
Neutral again.
Neutral.
Haunt.
Number 5. Thomas.
That's a haunt.
6. Sadie, do you you have a bag? Do you have anything that says your name? Might mention who you are.
I think this satchel that she's carrying is the one that she carries to work every day. So her badge is probably in there, and it would say like Sadie Davis, librarian, something like that.
Nathan, the last name Davis. Familiar.
Davis. I'm gonna make a quick mental note. Okay. Just get out of here. I can't.
Is everything all right?
Yes. Where have you been, let's say, for the last 24 hours?
Well, I was at work. And they told me that I needed to take a book from our library to another library. And when I asked where, they said, de Cordova. And so I was like, I've never been there. I was like, I can take it. And they said they'd give me 2 days off so I could get some writing done. And I thought that was good too. So I was at work and then I came to the train station.
Interesting. Who do you work with? Maybe they're connected to all this for the sake of hypotheticals.
Oh, my boss is. She's an elderly woman. I don't think she'd have anything to do with any sort of like YouTube pranks or anything like that.
I was more thinking coworkers.
Oh, I mean, there's a few people. I don't.
Anyone in particular?
Well, my best friend Melissa works there.
She does. Does anyone she know? Anyone else you guys both know work there?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Do you both know anyone else who works there?
There's some interns. They come in and do work for the county so they come in and out of the library. But it's really just the three of us, me and Melissa and my boss Esther. That's it.
Are you married, Sadie?
No.
But Melissa is. Where is she?
Yeah. Melissa's married. What
You
relevance
know,
does that have?
I'm just trying to clue in, see how many names we can get out on the table, see if there's any bits that connect. I'm sorry,
Oh,
I haven't fully introduced myself. I'm Nathan. I'm an investigative reporter.
Nathan.
So if I'm gonna sound like I'm interrogating you, I'm sorry. It's just kind of how the brain works.
No, so Esther has 3 cats. I
I
think
don't
she.
think cats are gonna be able to organize this. I never meant people.
Oh,
If
well,
Melissa has a husband, or,
yeah, John. Why do you need to know anything about John? There's nothing to know.
who's John?
John's Melissa's husband, John Proctor.
Um, I'm sorry. Just you seem a little excited at the knowledge. How
Oh,
do you know
no.
John? Besides Melissa.
Just through Melissa.
Just does he work at the same library as you?
No, he works in an office building downtown. Um,
Where does
yeah.
he work?
What is what?
What does he do? You said an office building. What does he do for a living?
Um, it's one of those kind of Chandler Bing things where you really kind of don't. He explains it, but I really don't always understand.
Do you meet with John pretty often, or
I don't know where you're going with all this, man. Does any of this matter? We
yes?
got a dude coming after us down the hall with a knife. You think knowing her coworker's husband's second cousin gonna have something to
No.
do with it?
Yeah, who walks that coworker's dog? Maybe they have something to do with this in this intricate
Shut the
plot you're
fuck.
building. No, seriously. You want to help us get this next door open? You want to keep playing 20 questions with the lady?
Fine.
Just, I think we need to go forward just in case that guy can get through here. I don't know. That was a big fucking knife, right?
Yeah.
Theoretically, if we had all done something wrong and this was a punishment, does anybody have anything they should be punished for?
I ain't no fucking angel, but I don't know you, and I don't know you, and I don't know you, and I was just going to get a freaking car part.
The four of you stand there, feeling that tense, that dread again building. This conversation starting to get more heated. All of your attention focused on each other. Now notice that the train has sped up. That cold chill has started to return. Point where you can now see your breath. It's getting so cold.
Well,
Fucking chilly in here.
Great. Yeah. Now we're gonna lower the temperature. All right. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna go work on getting this next door open. You all have fun
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
the
That's a good idea.
red tape out.
I'm gonna, as he does that, I'm gonna try and take one of the mannequin arms, because nothing else I can swing it at someone.
Grab the arm. It's kind of hefty. It's that thick plastic.
Yeah. It ain't a baseball bat, but you know.
Get up to that next door. The entirety of that cabin dropping in temperature very, very quickly. The further up you're going, the colder it seems to get.
The hell.
You get to the door, punch the button. It opens very slowly, more very cool air pouring in. Any of you say that you have a jacket, a windbreaker, some kind of extra layer?
Not on. I have an extra change of clothes, but probably nothing heavy.
Sadie's got a suit jacket on. But
Yep.
that's...
Just got the extra jacket in this, undershirt kind of thing.
Nathan?
just wearing a light, like a light suit, nothing real heavy. No windbreakers or anything like that.
With that very rapid dropping of temperature, you can all add a very minor injury, freezing cold, and just mark off 1 point of your death store tracker. Step into car 10. Jacob, your phone suddenly in your pocket vibrates. You're getting a call.
Hey, what? Is it a number I recognize?
Same numbers before.
Hello?
Can you tell my sister? I'm sorry.
Who? Who is this?
My sister, her name's Melissa. She lives at 1327 Oaken Drive. Please.
1327. Look, what? Who's Melissa? Who is this?
Hear the sound of people climbing out of a car. Very muffled, angry conversations start shouting in the background, and then the line goes dead.
I think you're right about the phones. Weird calls and shit. Don't make
Did you
any
say-
sense.
Did you say Melissa?
Yeah, it's what the person on the phone said. Something about Melissa. Their sister was Melissa. I don't know. I don't know anybody named Melissa.
I do.
I do.
You do?
Okay, it's a common name.
I know a few
Maybe.
Melissas. Sadie, you seem real nervous.
I just don't know why Melissa keeps coming up. It doesn't make any sense. There's nothing to
Does
know.
it now?
Look, it's all good.
Seems awfully suspicious.
So what if it is? So what? Do I deserve to be hunted on a train?
I didn't say you deserved it, or anything that's going on right now. But don't think your past is so clean, Sadie Davis.
Oh, we have the fucking Pope over here. Yeah. Thank you.
The mannequins in Car 10 are starting to barely be recognizable as people. Melted, cut up, deformed, limbs missing, entire heads severed off around the neck.
This is some fucked up shit.
You don't think they're gonna. This thing is gonna turn us into a mannequin, right?
Turn us into mannequins?
I don't think that's possible.
Well, I didn't think it was possible to be stuck on a train and be getting weird messages from people and being interrogated and being followed around with a guy with a knife, a masked guy with a knife. None of this is possible. I'm just saying. I've read a lot of books. Magical things happen. I mean, in books anyway.
Oh, come on. That's none of that stuff's real. It's all fairy tales and shit. Come on now. I mean, you gotta scare yourself. There's enough stupid shit going on here now as it is without making stuff up.
I don't think it's so weird. I mean, I don't think it's so out of the realm of possibility.
Whatever. You know, like, we need to keep moving, so I don't want dude with a knife showing up again if we can help it.
Get up to the door to car 9. And you can see into it as you have with each transition, though car 9 looks like it is filled with this very thick black smoke.
Damn it. Proper fucking ventilation. This shit. I'm gonna
Look-
stick low and, cover
Look
my
like some
mouth.
kind of fire or something.
Absolutely. You can even kind of see the flickering of a flame there around the center of the car.
Fuck. Oh. Shit. Here. He's gonna pull a t-shirt out of his bag and kind of tear it into strips. And you tie this around your face or something, so you maybe help keep the smoke out of your mouth.
Okay.
Imagine one t-shirt big enough for 4 people to.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
That's what.
All right.
You all step in, keeping low, faces covered. You can still feel that very slight burning as you're not inhaling as much smoke, but still some of it is leaking through. You hear the flames still burning, still active. There's no seats in this car. There's no people. But you pass by a tire vehicle. Kind of bent, separated from the rest of the vehicle, I guess. You see the half of a bumper. See shards of metal and glass the further up you get, till you get to the actual source of the flame. See the front half of a car on its side, absolutely just destroyed. A woman hand sticking out of the driver's side window. Phone still in her hand, still lit up, showing your number, Jacob.
Fuck. What the fuck? What the fuck? That shit ain't real. It can't be real. This shit is not fucking real.
Lady, you've met her before, at least once or twice, and you've been invited over to Melissa and John's house. You've met Melissa's sister before.
How is this possible?
It's not possible. It's not possible. None of this is fucking possible. It's like a hallucination or something, right?
Is this... Did you do this?
I didn't do shit. But this ain't real.
I said that why did we deserve to be here? If we did something wrong, we need to be honest about it because it's going to use it against us.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. This can't be here. This is not possible.
It's not, but it is here.
Look, I wasn't driving. It wasn't me behind the wheel. That's what you're thinking.
No. I know that fucking face. The hell was he doing here? He shouldn't have.
I'm sorry. You're gonna have to fill me in a little bit.
That's one of my drivers. They were doing some deliveries. They never called in. We had to learn about it on the fucking news. Detective showing up at the office. Real great fucking public image there.
Danny was driving. Danny was driving. And he was drinking. We all were drinking. He lost control. Was going too fast. But this can't be here. This is 10 years ago.
It's all bullshit, my ass.
I knew her.
What?
I had dinner with her family. Melissa is her sister. How is this possible? I went to her funeral.
Look, whatever saw bullshit's going on here right now, the only way we get past this is if we keep going forward. All right? Sit here sucking in fumes and feeling bad about shit that happened to us in the past or that, happened to other people that we know, or we can keep moving forward. This is shit that happens. This is real life. People die. Sick, fucked up ways. Other people are idiots, or they're idiots, or whatever.
Shut up. And he's just gonna walk forward.
Telling me to shut up. Still do exactly what I say. Real fucking classy.
Start pushing your way through the smoke, the sound of the small flame dying behind you. Does anyone immediately follow?
Yeah, Sadie's gonna get out of here.
Two of you leading the way through the smoke, feeling the grit underneath of you of dirt and rocks, not quite of that metal and carpet floor of the train. Would the two of you both make a let's go with the medium ignorance.
Yeah, that's a fail.
Yeah, I got a 5, and my ignorance is a 2.
Okay. Sadie, even though you know Jacob was in front of you, you hit the door to the next car. No. No. Sorry, I don't actually think that Jacob's introduced himself. So the big tall man was in front of you, but you reached the door first.
Where'd the big guy go? Turn around.
See the man in the suit, Starbucks back there. See the individual that's been grilling you. Feel that anger and resentment starting just kind of seed into the back of your mind upon seeing him. No, Jacob.
Turkey on me.
You lost him
Yes.
out of a person like that?
He was there and then he's not.
There and then he's not. Yeah, okay, great. So we're all just gonna collectively hallucinate. Good. Well, fine. Keep moving forward.
She's gonna open the door.
Yeah. Hit the button. Door opens, starts to let the smoke out. Step into bar 8.
A big guy?
See,
Big guy?
more illuminated here than the other cars have been. Though now, whatever semblance of mannequins there may have been, they are torn to shreds. There's bits of plastic everywhere, scattered along the floor. Every step, they're crunching underfoot. The figure standing there at the center of the train. Tall, burly. Same shape, at least, of Jacob.
Big guy. I don't know how you got through the door without me hearing. Are you okay?
Just to turn to look back at you. Looks like him. Hasn't said anything yet.
Hey, Mountain Fitness, what's the big idea right ahead of us?
Just to the ground, picks up something. Puts the mask over his face. The smile and the eyes still drawn on it.
Ah, fuck, you were right. It's one of them.
Pulls out that long butcher's blade. Starts walking towards you.
Scrambling backwards back into the
Yeah,
car.
go back.
I believe, Thomas, you were probably the last one out of that other car. Did you let the doors shut, or did you keep them open?
When I'm leaving last, I close it. Yeah.
Turn back towards car 9. Hit the button. Nothing.
Fucking come on. I keep hitting the button for a few seconds. As he gets closer, I'll just keep running back.
It's within 15 feet when that slow lumbering walk just suddenly jerks into a sprint. Nathan, would you say that you are in front of this very impromptu formation, or is Sadie?
Nathan would be in front.
He, in just the blink of an eye, lunges to you, blade absolutely aiming for your chest. Jacob and Nathan, would you make contested clumsiness rolls, please? Just need to know who has more successes.
Could go either way.
I got 1 success.
I got 2 successes because clumsiness is only a 2.
You managed to just knock the blade away. You are used to, in your line of work, people being angry, wanting to fight you. You know how to defend yourself. But again, he's immediately on you, swiping that knife, cutting just the edge of your skin, barely a paper cut across your chest. But the moment you take that step back away, turns towards Sadie, again lunges. Jacob and Sadie, with the two of you, make opposed clumsiness checks, please.
One success.
Let me see here. Also 1 success.
This time,
And
go ahead.
I know this is technically not how the mechanic works, but we kind of did establish this last time we played Locus. Can I give Sadie one of my will points and let her re-roll one of them as I'll try to interpose to stop Jacob's arm from coming down?
You don't have to spend any will on that. You can simply step in the way.
Okay.
The blade that was drawn back, aiming dead center for you, Sadie, is just wide-eyed, watching this happen. Suddenly, there is just a force bumping into you, and you hear Nathan let out this cry of pain as the blade, good 1.5 inches, digs down into the clavicle. The two of them now locked in this wrestling match, with the knife slowly starting to sink down into Nathan.
Sadie is gonna whip her satchel and try to hit this masked figure.
Yeah, make a carelessness check, please. I just need to know how many
Ooh.
successes.
I got a 6.
How many successes total?
Oh, actually all 3. My carelessness is a 1.
Absolutely. The bag just comes sailing over Nathan, hits the mask dead center, causing it to crack down the middle, and this big hulk of a man just goes tumbling back. At least for a moment, seems to be lying there stunned. The blade just ripped out of Nathan's collarbone.
Hey, Starbucks, get that fucking door open.
Oh, you want it back open again? Which way are we going?
We're going to 9. We're going backwards.
You're trying to go back to 9, and that door is not opening.
Okay. Fucking hell. Yeah, I would certainly try, but strong.
Hit it again and again, nothing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'll make an attempt to try and pull the doors open. I can't promise anything though.
Yeah.
Like as a player, I'm
Hard frailty check, please.
hard. Okay, you hear that? It has to be the lowest one of you. So all 6. This would be really appreciated. No.
Start
It's a
just
3.
get your fingers in there, start trying to pry it open.
Not
Spend one
fucking
glance
budging.
to see this individual start to get up, and the hand just slips out from the door. The middle nail there is just fully torn off.
Christ! Ah!
Would you add a minor injury, please, and mark off another death's door?
Okay.
Jacob still have the knife?
Oh, yeah.
And is he, sorry, just to paint the scene in my head,
Mhm.
is he like on his back? stunned,
Basically,
or is he
like,
just,
back
whirling
against
around?
the wall of the train, on his ass, and is now slowly started to get up.
And this is gonna be a fucking cheap shot. Run up and just kick him straight in the underneath the chin, send his head reeling back.
Clumsiness check, please.
And I have advantage because he's prone. 3 successes.
Absolutely. Between the bag that's full of these heavy-ass books impacting, and then your knee, see the figure just kind of slump over. Doesn't seem to be moving.
I would immediately grab the blade out of his hand.
Have the long butcher's blade.
So we need to go to the other door that we can actually open. So Sadie's gonna lead that charge.
And yeah, the gonna be following behind, gripping my finger that had the fingernail ripped off. Just Christ.
Every step crunching more of those mannequin bits underfoot. You get to the door, hit the button. And it opens, no problem.
Fucking hell. So what? We just lost big guy now? He's one of the crazies?
So, whatever drug they're pumping into here isn't.
Gassing us now? You kidding me?
Explain the hallucinations.
Group shared hallucinations?
No, fucking. Well, potentially. There are some forms of psychosis. Not my point. Clearly, it's some LSD shit.
Speaking of, Nathan, would you add a moderate injury of the knife wound to your shoulder and mark off 6 of your death's door tracker?
Oh, I don't like one shots anymore. That's a lot of points. Yeah, that's a circle and a half. Oh boy.
The 3 of you get to the door, hit the button, and it opens. As Jacob, you finally reach the door after stumbling around for who knows how long, hearing muffled voices of your companions. Eventually finding the door, hitting the button. As both sides open up, 3 of you are staring down Jacob. Jacob, you are staring down 3 other strangers.
Where the hell you guys been?
Not this time, big guy. You're not attacking us. She starts swinging her satchel like a lasso.
Whoa! Whoa, what are you
Did
doing?
get up a train? We just left you the other one.
What are you talking about? I just came up through the door, then you guys were gone.
No, you were gone.
No. None of this bullshit. Whoever you're working for, they have a lot to fucking answer for. I'm physically harmed, and I will definitely be pressing charges on you and your employer's ass. Car mechanic, my left nut.
What's your fucking charges on that?
I can do the whole body. Come on, might as well.
Well,
I'm sorry,
this-
I'm a little bit more
Look, I
confused
don't know
on
what
how
you're
the
talking
fuck he managed to teleport.
Hello, what?
Teleport to
Yeah,
instantly.
I know what it
move
is.
from
I know what
place-
it is. Why are you saying that?
Why? Because I just got fucking stabbed by your ass, the car backward, knocked you out, and yet you're here, conscious and uninjured.
it's messing with us. Isn't that obvious? It pretended to be
it.
him.
It being what?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, whatever's hunting us.
What are you
Wait,
saying?
like
Some
the
fucking
guy in the
alien?
mask?
Yeah, we opened
You
the
mean
door.
you in the
you were
mask,
s-
asshole?
Yeah, you were
No.
standing there. You put the mask on, then you
No,
attacked
I
us.
didn't do any of that. Why would I do that?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense.
Look, I turned around and y'all were gone. Just got this door open, and there you are. I wasn't doing nothing with no mask. I wasn't stabbing nobody.
Well, then you have a real mean fucking twin. Like, real mean. Clearly on some fucking gear.
So, the 3 of you are in one car headed one direction. Jacob, you are in another car headed another direction. Which way would you like to go?
I'm sorry. You're going in the opposite direction of this?
He's going forward. We were going back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were heading back because there's a fucking psycho up there with a strangely similar build. We'll be generous.
Well, let's just I think we just go ahead, keep going towards the front of the train.
Cool. Which way is that?
I don't know anymore.
We went backwards because Void Rage back there was had some thoughts about how our inside should be arranged.
Can I make the equivalent of like a sense motive or something? See if Jacob's lying to us. I don't know. This could fall under a variety of stats,
Yeah.
so that's why I'm asking you.
Make a repulsion check.
Oh shit! I'm not too good at those. 2 successes.
Successes. Jacob, are you in any way lying?
No.
No? Well.
Look, we just need to go someplace though. You point in a direction, I'll go first. How's that?
I don't think it really matters. It's gonna do what it's gonna do.
Stop saying it. It's somebody. It's not like some fucking alien.
He's gonna do what he's gonna do. Whatever. Next time you see it, you should ask what its pronouns are. That'd be great. She's gonna walk. Just go.
Yeah, they slashed
Hey,
that.
yeah,
Fuck.
I'll follow Sadie, I guess.
Jacob, you still have your backpack, right? The backpack
Yeah.
of your stuff.
Yeah.
While you did pull a shirt out and kind of rip it up, you definitely closed it all the way. It's about halfway open.
What the fuck? Hey, what are you guys messing with my bag?
I'm messing with your bag, Goban.
Look, see if someone stole something out of it or something. Not sure.
There's a partially cracked down the center white mask.
There. He just throws the bag. Just fuck that. Who put that in
Yeah.
there?
Yeah,
Who
this
put
is
that
why
in
I'm
there?
really buying your fucking act right now.
Look.
Yeah,
I
you
couldn't
got a
have
lot of
done
explaining
what-
to do, asshole.
I couldn't have done whatever it is you think I did.
Really?
You said yourself that I would have had to like teleport it or something, right? Use your fucking brain, since you seem to be so smart.
Assuming that the rest of you follow Sadie and Jacob. Door closes behind you. Back to car 8. In car 7, seats are empty. Though the light you have from the cell phone light, the flashlight, each of these seats is stained crimson. The belongings are all cut to ribbons. Any bags are shredded. Any belongings are just ripped to pieces.
Jesus.
You get about halfway across the train when you hear the crackling of the intercom come on. Can anyone hear me? Yes. Hello? Damn it. If you
Hey,
can,
someone there?
you can hear me. I'm up at the engine. Managed to get to the front of the train. I don't know what's happening, but some fucking thing it chased me. It chased a couple of us up here. The rest of them they didn't make it. I don't know how to stop this train. I don't know what I'm doing. Just I fucking hope someone's still out there.
Does that
We're
voice
not
sound
alone.
familiar at all?
Probably not to you. I feel like you may have been a little distracted with your book. I feel like Thomas probably would have been a little distracted with the phone call. Nathan, however, you are naturally a very perceptive individual, being a private eye. You probably would have heard this voice, calling for tickets, helping people get their seats. One of the crew of the train.
An attendant.
You get closer
Well,
to the. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, so at least we're not alone.
Or it's
Somebody
another
else?
trick. And by the way, if they say, can you hear me? It's a PA system. Calling back, yes, we can, does not mean they're gonna hear you.
Look, I'm a little freaked out right now. You got that right? Yeah. You smart enough for that.
Alright.
Yeah.
So there are one of two options fucking happening here. They're fucking with us. And this is some sort of fucking ploy. We're not the only ones going through whatever fuck up event this is. Clearly somebody wants us here. So I don't know what shit you all have done in the past to piss people off, but clearly they're powerful, rich, and very, very fucking angry.
Us.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, if we're fucked up, then you're here too. What does that say
Yeah,
about you?
I don't know why I'm fucking here too. I've done shady shit in my past. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I've made amends.
Doesn't seem like you have.
I'm an
So-
investigator. People don't like it when their shit comes out.
When you get about 3/4 of the way up the train, you see written there, above that door, leading you to car 6, in what's almost comically bright red paint. It says 3 of you can go. 1 of you is mine.
What does that mean?
Oh, some prisoner's dilemma bullshit. I've seen this kind of crap. They try to get they try to get us to rat one of them out so they can throw all the charges on them. Don't buy it.
So what do you propose we do instead?
Well, I propose you figure it out while you're actually here and stop acting like you're gonna be able to ride your high horse out of this situation.
I don't know, everything seems to be connected to you three. I haven't seen shit for me.
I don't know. I ain't seen shit. Who gives a fuck? You're still here. Figure it out.
Yeah.
Investigative reporter, Mr. Fucking
Yeah,
New
you
York
seemed
Times.
awfully fucking interested in her coworker.
Yeah, because I'm hired too.
You're hired to?
Yeah. The Mrs. over there has been cheating. Or at least getting her husband to cheat. Isn't that right? Sleeping with your best friend's husband?
Yeah, honestly. But I don't know why that.
I have pictures of you doing it. So I know you're not fucking with me. Yeah,
you
it's my
are a little-
job.
You're a little creep.
Yeah, I needed proof, okay?
Needed
You have
proof of
pictures?
Money
this.
is not.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking
Yes.
stalker.
Just figured
I'm
out
not a
online.
stalker. I'm private eye. There's a difference.
Oh,
I'm not
no.
doing this out of some sick satiation. I'm doing this because I need fucking money.
Makes it better.
It's
Melissa hired
her
you?
friend that hired me. Yes.
Oh, no.
You're gonna sneak around. At least be better about it. Downtown office my ass.
Yeah, I've been sleeping with John. Look, Melissa and I have been friends for a really long time, and she has everything. Everything. She has a beautiful home, and a husband, and I don't have anything. I never have. And He cornered me at a party one time, and I said no. I did say no, but then he's so handsome, and it was like a romance novel, and I did it, and I loved every second of it. So yeah, I fucked my best friend's husband. So I never done anything else wrong in my life, and I shouldn't be on this stupid train. So we're dying over.
This what you want? Right? You got your little kick out of this? Good?
No answer.
Of course fucking not. Look, marriage is a legal agreement when you get down to it, used by people to, confirm bloodlines and break and prevent wars going on. So go the sacredity of marriage and relationships and go eat an ass. As far as I'm concerned, you both made yourselves happier. Just have him divorce her and we'll all move on.
He said he wanted to, but he hasn't yet.
Look. Most of these guys, they say they want to, they never fucking do. Most of the time, they're just scumbags. So you're better off finding something else. But you know what? I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit who you're sleeping with. It don't matter. That's your business. Let's just open the next fucking door and go on.
Hit the button to the door. It opens. That message still remains. 3 of you can go. 1 of you is mine.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk through. Thank you.
Walk forward.
Jacob and Thomas step through to the next car. Car 6.
Walk forward.
Nathan steps to car 6.
Sadie is wiping her eyes, but she is stepping onto the next car.
You all step. The door shuts behind you. You hear tapping. The moment that it shuts on the window, that figure, masked, blade in hand, taps against it very gently. You see him count 1, 2, 3, 4. The train up here now is so cold that not only can you see your breath, but you can feel your muscles starting to get so tense and tight that it's getting harder to run, harder to move, and the train is now moving much, much faster. Written along the windows as you start assumingly making your way across the train, you see painted from pane to pane, it says, "You took my sister." After that, it says, "You took my husband." Finally, took my father. You get partway up this train, not even halfway, when that door opens. The figure pulls out the knife and starts charging towards you all. And that's where we're going to take a quick break, give everyone a chance to grab a drink, stretch your legs, do whatever it is you gotta do, and give us just a few minutes and we will be right back. See you soon, everybody. And welcome back. Before I kick off this music, we did all draw a card for the top of the hour. We also all rolled initiative, which in Locus is 3d6 minus your clumsiness. I also rolled for this individual wielding the knife. Though he's not the only one with a knife. I get to play my absolute favorite music ever. The Killer's theme that I use for every game of Locus. It's called You're Not Hiding Very Well. Well, Thomas, at the top of the initiative order, what would you like to do?
I'd like to throw my briefcase at him.
Please.
Just real panicky, throw my briefcase right in his fucking face.
I feel like that's a cowardice roll.
Sure. Any difficulty on that, or
Nope,
just?
I just need to know how many
Ooh,
successes.
3 successes.
Oh, you actually beat out his 2 successes.
Ha! Gold star at panic throwing things.
Briefcase just hits with a heavy thud, and it cocks the head off to the side, puts another crack down the side of the mask.
And I'm also moving backwards.
Just keep going. Yep.
Mhm.
Is it a backwards walk or turn and run?
It's an inch like throw, and the like momentum kind of twists his body, and he's still trying to keep eyes, and he's actually gonna go over the seats and try to scramble back past everybody.
Absolutely.
To not be caught in some kind of, what was it? The fire of the factory where no one could get out because they're all trying to go out the same way thing. The panhandle, the iron, whatever it is. Try to avoid that situation.
Okay.
By going around them.
Perfect.
Smart.
You are officially the furthest away from this individual. That will bring us down to Nathan.
Okay. Nathan still has the knife in hand,
Mhm.
right? Because I still had from what I kicked out of his hand.
Yep.
Is it a double-sided or single blade?
Single.
Or single-sided. Cool. Flip that downward, down and out grip, and is going to kind of just mostly get it ready for if he gets close to go with a swing.
Absolutely.
I gotta separate Nathan's combat brain from James's combat brain.
That brings us down to Sadie.
So, Sadie is going to pull the biggest, heaviest book that's not the packaged book out of her bag and fling it at this thing's face.
Which, yeah. I would say that's probably a clumsiness roll there. Right.
That was not a very good roll. It's my clumsiness. 4. So my clumsiness is a 3. I have 1 success.
3 successes from the individual. Book just soars through the air and leans to the side, lets it just fly past.
Dang it.
Anything else?
Yeah, I'm scooting back. Trying to get away.
Following Thomas right behind, you are just backpedaling away.
Yeah.
The masked individual with the knife, after letting the book soar past, takes 2 bounding steps up to you, Nathan. Blade of equal size, lashing out towards you as you are welcome to lash out towards him first.
Yes, I would. Clumsiness?
Yes, because you are attacking with a knife.
A whole knife. No. One
Ooh.
success.
So in Locus, if you get 3 6s, that is a critical success. As
Guys, it's been such a good stream. No.
you
God.
try to lash out with the knife, just that downward strike, and before you know it, he is already underneath the blow in your face, eye to eye with you, and there's just this sharp pain up into your rib cage. Locke's eyes just stands there for a moment, meeting your eyes, and then rips the blade back out. There's now just this river of blood pouring down about the mid of Nathan's torso. Would you mark off 9 of your death's door marks, as you now have a grievous knife wound to the abdomen? That means that anything to do with your physical body is also going to be no skill check for you involving your physical body can be easier than hard. And before you have any chance to react, before any of you have chance to do anything, you just hear this very neutral voice. Not angry, not masculine, not feminine. In a tone that's probably loud enough for you to hear and maybe Sadie. It just repeats, "You took my father." Then we're down to Jacob. Which I guess you
Wow.
actually would have also been close enough to hear that.
Jacob is a sees Nathan get freaking impaled and just he's got that still got that mannequin arm, and he is
Yep.
just gonna try to smash it down on top
Yeah.
of this guy.
I'd say that's definitely a weapon in your hands. Clumsiness, please.
Clumsiness. That's 2 successes.
1 success. Yeah. Just bring the mannequin arm down. It does shatter against the head. But underneath the impact, underneath the crack of the mask, you can now see blood starting to trickle down from the top of the head.
And can I try to grab Nathan and move away?
I would say so. This individual is probably not going to enjoy its prey being taken and is going to lash out at you.
Okay.
Would you roll your carelessness, please?
That's 3 successes.
1 success again. Takes a swipe out at you, but you just, Nathan in hand, yank the 2 of you back and away from this individual. Assuming that you are now following Thomas and Sadie, that brings us back to the top, back to Thomas.
Yeah, is this door opening back up?
If you want to spend this round continuing to scramble, sprinting across the train, you could reach the door, hit the button, and it opens an inch, another inch, about an inch every 2 or 3 seconds.
Okay, not. Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not a fighter. I'm not that. So I'm gonna do that. Just gonna scramble through the train, just cursing under his breath and just hitting the button and like trying to like yank on the door a little bit, but still being mindful of his finger, kind of doing that thing where you like use the every finger up to the one that hurts
Mm-hmm.
on the one hand and just
From the other side of the door, sorry, a very low whisper, feminine, scared, and a voice that you barely hear, that you physically have to lean forward to hear clearly, just says, "Would you leave them? I'll let you through, but you have to leave them."
who the fuck? What do you mean leave them?
They're dead
Get the
anyways.
door open.
They're gonna die.
Get the door open, you fucking hell.
Will you leave them?
You kidding me? Yeah, of course. Fuck it. Yeah, why?
The door opens enough for a small hand to reach out to you, maybe 16, 17-year-old girl just reaches out.
What do I have to take your hand? Sweetie, what's going on here?
No response.
I'll grab her hand. Why not? That's panicked.
Starts pulling you forward immediately. The door opens enough for you to get squeezed through, and then firmly shuts behind you. You are officially in Carfa. And that brings us down to Nathan.
Can I
Being drugged
stop
backwards.
bleeding?
Do you have any sort of medical skill?
Yeah, it's called being a fucking reporter in your thingy. No. Okay, so I'm being dragged back. By what? Like, by the collar, by
Like-
the...
Like, kind of, like I'm picturing he's like got an arm hooked under your shoulder and
Okay.
kind of pulling you back that way.
So... I'm just trying to keep track of all the places I've been stabbed.
Right now, your
Collarbone,
left
the
collarbone
rib,
and up near the center of your
and the
rib cage.
Okay. One of those are bound to bleed out faster than the other. I think on pure reaction, he's going to apply pressure onto the rib cage and start pressing down, using his shirt as like a sort of clamping base until I can take a second to like actually apply the little bit of first aid I actually know.
Would you raise your stress level up to tense and to make a
Yeah, no
hard
shit.
ignorance check for me?
Oh no. I'm bad at those. Yeah, no, that doesn't pass.
Like to spend willpower?
You know what? Yes, I would, because I forgot this isn't a long-term campaign. Meat is still fail, right?
If above.
Oh, there's another one. Oh, there's another one. Oh, nope, one more time. That's cocked. Oh, no, that's 5 willpower just burnt through right there. It's still nothing. No, I'm just gonna fail this one. Yeah, it's been nice playing with you all. You know, it was bound to happen. I play a one-shot with Hoop. Yeah, no.
Try to put pressure on it, but it is just absolutely just seeping through your hands, leaving a trail of blood behind you. One more point of your death door tracker, please.
Guess who only has one more circle thingy left?
And that brings us to Sadie.
I think Sadie has recognized that Thomas is not there.
Mm-hmm.
And as she's backing up, like, feels no one, should be near the door, realizes this, looks back, glances back. Where's Starbucks? And then I think she's gonna pull another book out and try to fling it at
Yeah.
this thing. Let's see what we can do here.
Clumsiness, please.
Some people bring a pistol clip, others bring the Dewey Decimal System.
Yes, perfect. That's 2 successes.
I rolled 0 successes.
Oh, great.
Just straight on dead center of the forehead, the book impacts and fully causes part of the mask to shatter and just crumble away, now opening a gash there across the center of the head, causing more blood to just pour down the perfectly white mask.
I always knew that novel was really heady.
Anything else?
Yeah, I think after she throws it, she's like turning around fully to see, can she see where Thomas went?
Yeah, I mean, looking through that window into the car ahead of you, You can see that Thomas is fully being drugged along the ground.
What? Where's he going? She's slapping, trying to get the door to open. Like, she's trying desperately to get this door to open.
Opens about an inch. Another inch. Every couple seconds, it's just slowly opening.
Well, we're trying to get it open. That's she's backed up against it, watching what's happening in this
Full
car.
back to the door as it is just very slowly opening. That brings us to the killer. Looks at Nathan, who is just bleeding to death there in your hands, Jacob. Looks back up to you.
Shit.
Starts this slow lumbering run, and then eventually breaks into a full-on charge with the knife. Reels back and is going just straight for the neck, throat, clavicle region of you. Would you make a clumsiness check for me? Just need to know how many successes.
That's one. Can I spend a willpower on that?
Absolutely. And I don't think
that
you're
lets
tense
me-
yet, so
No, I don't. No. So
Yeah.
does that let me reroll all of them?
up to
Or-
3 dice, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to reroll 2 of those then. And that gives me 2 successes total.
Going to tie at 2 successes, with the blade just barely whizzing past you. You can feel it nick the front of your neck. Not enough to cause any real harm, but enough to cause a small trickle of blood now. To you, in a slightly louder voice, calls out, "You took my sister." Then we're down to you, Jacob.
Is Nathan still holding the knife?
Nathan?
Gonna say no after getting stabbed. A little bit more worried about stopping blood here.
There.
All right, he's just gonna. This guy's right in the. He's just gonna fucking try to Sparta kick him in the chest and shove him away.
Yeah. Let's go with the frailty check there.
That is 3 successes.
0 successes.
Fuck you!
Plant the boot and just full on, just straight to the midsection. You can feel the air just being forcibly exhaled from the blow, and they go stumbling back, eventually tripping, starting to roll backwards. You see more of the mask has been broken and chipped away. Threads of a light blonde hair just start very faintly falling through.
Keep trying to pull Nathan back, get closer to the door.
By now, the 3 of you all have reached the door. It's open about that far. Just opening about an inch every couple seconds. Very,
Open
very
the door,
slowly.
open the door.
You hear your friend's voice. One that was driving. Calls out to you. A hand reaches through the crack of the door. Look, just let him die. Hey, he's a goner anyways. Just drop him. Let him die. I'll help you.
I can't leave this guy. I don't. Just open the door and let us through.
Can't help you unless you drop him.
No, I can't. I'm not leaving this guy in here to die. Come on. Just open the door. Let us out. What the hell?
The hand retracts back into the other car.
Hey!
I'm gonna skip Thomas for the moment. Nathan We're still bleeding to death. Anything else you would
I
like
would
to
like
try?
that to not bleeding, and gonna try to keep patching.
Make a hard ignorance check, please.
I got 2 willpower left. Gonna spend that last one. Nope.
Mark off another
It's
death's
hard
door dot,
and
please.
fucking difficult to beat. Yep. You know what? I feel like I should complain to the designers about making the game not work for me, but damn, a hard check is definitely a hard check. Alright. Got it down.
At this point, the killer stops a good 5-6 feet away from the three of you. Pulls out the knife, still absolutely just soaked with Nathan's blood. Reels back and just lobs it to your feet. In a neutral tone, neither feminine nor masculine, calls out to you. Kill him, and you can go.
We ain't killing no one.
No.
You don't understand. This isn't an option. Kill him, and you can go.
Oh,
No.
Sorry, am I still being
ain't no
dragged?
murderer.
You did this. Don't put this on us. You can't make us into a murderer. You're the murderer.
I'm the murderer. I lost everything. You all took it from me.
Melissa?
Everything. My father took his own life in prison for what you did, what you wrote. Sister died on the side of the road because you wanted to have fun. My husband, he died yesterday, but had to be done.
You killed him?
Oh no, you killed him.
I didn't.
It's a good husband. Till he met you.
I'd argue he wasn't if he did what he did.
Figures. Starts walking forward. The door now about 8-9 inches wide.
Kind of grab the knife real quick and like just kind of hold it out like defensively.
Yeah. There in your other hand, you can feel Nathan still just absolutely bleeding to death there. More and more weight being put onto your arm.
Come on, come on.
Sadie's gonna
Columbo.
grab the other arm and pull too to help.
Ow. Well, you still can. It's fine. I don't think I'm gonna make it. He got me real good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, fuck that. Come on. You don't fucking give up.
Door now about 10 inches. And we'll jump over to Thomas. That hand that reached out and grabbed you, pulled you through, and shut the door behind you, drug you another 15-20 feet into the car. You pass by families, all huddled under these seats, all doing their best to hide, all shivering from the frigid cold, all just staring at you.
Still being dragged.
Oh, you got to about the center of the car before it stopped.
I get myself up and, get everything back into place and just
Who ordered the stiffs, huh? Fuck do I was told I was able to get out of here.
They all just look up at you. You see frail figures, emaciated, what may be beyond saving at this point. Skin turning blue by this point.
What the fuck do you all want with me, huh? Where's the others? Come on. Where's the exit here, folks?
See
Back,
the
screw the others.
door ahead of you leads to car 4. The car you had just come from, the door is opening, and you can hear the 3 of them shouting, the individual just slowly marching towards them.
Yeah, it's good for them. Okay, cool. Yeah, great. I'll just go and hit the door open button and just keep looking back to see their progress. See if I can't, spin this.
Hit the door, hit the button, door slides open.
Oh, boy, it sucks to be anyone else but me today, huh? I'm gonna take a peek into the next room and just kind of keep myself moving forward.
Absolutely.
Take a last look at the stiffs and yeah, you all have fun here. Little, where the fuck this is?
Temperature continues to drop. The train continues to speed up. Back to the 3 of you. The door is opening enough that you could squeeze through. The figure finally gets close enough that the knife you're holding out is fully just touching their chest.
Well, could stop. Try to shove Nathan through the door.
Yeah. It's gonna take you a moment. Anything else? While this figure physically starts pushing themselves onto the knife while you're holding it.
What is wrong with you? The fuck? This is...
Sadie? Nathan is being shoved through the crack in the door ahead of you. This figure is pressing itself up to Jacob, letting the knife just bury itself into its chest.
She's watching this happen and starts staring down this figure, this Melissa, and she takes her satchel and starts swinging it this way, like half of a jump rope sorta, and extends her arm out to bring it down on top of her head as she says, It didn't have to be this way, Melissa. It really didn't. You could have just left us alone.
Yeah, roll your clumsiness, please.
Oh, that's 2 successes.
Also got 2 successes. Would you like to spend any willpower?
Oh yeah, we're gonna do that. Just 1 for a reroll.
Mhm.
Nope. Wait, what's my clumsiness? Yeah. No. Oh, that's 3 successes. Got it. Get rid of those 2 willpower.
The impact causes that shoulder strap to finally snap underneath the weight of the blow, which causes the contents of the bag to just spill out the floor of the train car. But whoever this is, Melissa, as it might seem to be, full on just drops to their knees, just slumps over.
Go, 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 go.
Yeah, I'm heading out. Alright, I'm head out.
Yeah.
More blood is now pouring down, causing a majority of the mask now to be just this vibrant red. The 3 of you push through the door. The moment you're through, comes to a shut behind you. We're in almost a freezer now. You see shivering, emaciated people hiding under seats, tucked out of the way, staring up at you. Enter the car.
Are you all okay?
Doesn't say anything.
She's gonna
Hey.
bend down and check on Nathan.
Nathan slowly bleeding to death. That wound is deep. The knife caused a lot of damage on the way in and out.
Yeah,
Jesus. Oh, fuck.
not looking too good.
Is anybody got like a first aid kit, something like that? Anybody?
Oh,
You checked.
Hey, you
up
fuckers!
here.
I'm gonna look around inside this car, see if I can't find. I mean, preferably like a first aid kit, but or something I can try to staunch that.
Let's go with a medium ignorance.
Medium ignorance. Oh, that it is a failure.
Any willpower?
Yeah, you know what? I'll spend a willpower. We're gonna roll 3 because I rolled like dog shite. There we go. That's a pass. That's 3 success. Yeah, that's a pass.
Find leftover, bags from some passengers, maybe these people. Find an old sewing kit, what you could use to make makeshift bandages. It's something.
Hey, help me! See if we can't
sure.
do something here.
Do either of you have any medical knowledge or training?
No.
No,
Would you both
unless
make
he's a car.
Would you both make a hard ignorance check, please?
Who knows cards, books are just like people. You rip the spine out and it won't work.
Oh, a 6, a 5, and a 4. Haha, that's a success.
Nice.
Oh, I got a success too. I got a 6 and 2 4s, and
Well,
my ignorance is
damn.
2.
Nathan, it's a lot of pain as they start just very rudimentarily sewing you up, bandage you to the best of their abilities, and it at least seems like the blood has stopped pouring out. But while you are doing this, your hands are starting to go white. Your breath is starting to get more ragged. You can feel your teeth chattering. Would all three of you add another point to your death door tracker for now extreme cold?
Imagining death's doors. What a bunch of noobs. Me? I'm totally fine. I'll receive no comeuppance for my hubris.
You sound like Kate right now.
I sound like every person I'm trying to emulate, I hope.
You also have a floating luck from Pio Nova, our lovely moderator.
Oh, the best.
So there's can I try to start digging through bags that are left around here, see if we can't find, I don't know, some more clothes to put on,
Yeah.
something.
Absolutely. Take you
What-
another minute or
Anything I
two.
can stick over myself.
Figure does not seem to be chasing you. You have enough time to cover yourself enough that you aren't immediately going to freeze to death. But we will, for the moment, jump over to Thomas. Train cars, as cold as they may be, you forge on, going through door after door, passing all the way to the front of the train. Seeing no people, seeing no signs of life since you left that frozen ice box of a train car. Eventually reaching the engine room. Clearly, I know a lot about trains.
Imagine it's different than an older train with a coal engine, but yeah.
Do you know anything about trains?
Me? Or like character
Thomas.
or okay, yeah, no, absolutely not. Like to wrap it up quickly, I mean that's lower tier than he
Yeah.
expect knowledge
Of
into.
course.
But in very RPG terms, and not I'll try to get classes.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of knobs and buttons and levers.
I'm looking for anything that says emergency stop.
There's a big red handle.
Is it like forward or backward? Because my brain says I need to move things reversed.
It can be pulled back towards you.
Fantastic. We do exactly that.
You put on enough pressure that it starts to move, though at this speed it wasn't designed to come to an immediate stop. It's the grinding of metal against metal as the brake starts to slow the train down more, and more. Things start to get warmer. You're no longer shivering. Eventually can no longer see your breath. It's just that sigh of relief. You sit, and you see the lights of the train station slowly approaching.
We said that wasn't a lifesaver, huh? Fucking hell, I'm gonna have to get a new briefcase. Fuck, what is that?
3 of you back a few cards. Nathan is now stable. You are now warmed up a bit. What would you like to do?
Jacob's just kind of like sitting on the ground next to Nathan. You know, probably blood all over his hands. I'm assuming arms, and he's just kind of, fuck. What the fuck? Now what? What we doing now?
What happened to businessman guy?
I don't know. Fuck him.
I saw someone dragging him this direction.
Maybe he's coming towards us.
We need to move towards the engine.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Ours left.
You think all of us doing this turned Melissa into something else? Or you think it just is playing on us? On our fear? On our... I don't know. Lies?
I don't know what's going on here. I can't. Like, it's like we're being haunted or something, you know? Like ghost stories or some shit like that. Like, oh, look, I don't know. Christmas Carol. The ghosts that came and told him all the crappy shit he done, and this is how you're gonna end up. But it's also like Nightmare on Elm Street or something.
Yeah.
See
But why
that
not?
Christmas movie?
Saying the Christmas movie I want to watch.
Well, they don't get stabbed in that Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Look, think any of us deserve any of this.
bad shit. This is way too far.
Yeah, it is.
I mean,
pu-
I can't ever fix what happened. I should have stopped
No,
things
hey,
back then,
Ja-
and I should.
Jacob, you can't go back. But once you make amends, you're forgiven. You move on, and you be better. Sadie, I'm not judging you for what you've done. So what? You fuck somebody. Takes two to tango.
Yeah.
It also takes two stab wounds to realize, holy shit, knives hurt.
Fuck me. Oh,
Actually, I think that's how we got into this situation, but it's not the point.
right.
Would the three of you roll a hard carelessness check, please? Also, everyone can draw a card.
Oh, I knew those words were gonna be.
Well, yeah, I'm spending a willpower on that one.
Oh yeah.
I draw a neutral card.
Neutral
Think
card.
about that, Yugi boy.
I succeeded.
Fuck me. Still failed.
Later.
I failed, by the way.
Neutral.
Sadie, I'm gonna.
Ooh, virtue.
Nice. You can add 2 willpower. Sadie, I'm gonna send you a quick note.
Ooh.
There you go.
Hmm. Am I aware of that?
Mhm. The only one. The others don't seem to have noticed.
Sadie looks down at Nathan and looks back up at Jacob. We're gonna have to leave him.
Sorry.
What
What?
are you talking about?
Look. And she points to the ground, and you can see where Nathan's blood has frozen to the ground. It's that cold.
Almost like tendrils of a hand that have started to reach up the sides of you, Nathan, grabbing and holding you there.
What the
That's
fuck?
not natural.
Reminder for Sadie that Nathan was the only one here that had any evidence against you.
I mean, we could try to break it or something, right?
With what?
Pulls out a pocket knife.
I'm good the entire time.
We need to get out of here. We don't have time.
So you just want to leave him?
I'm not too keen on this plan.
I don't want to. I really don't. But we need to. We've got to go. What are we gonna do, even if we can get him up off the ground? Even if you're able to break that? We have to drag him the rest of the way.
Jacob, behind her, at that door you had come through. The figure is now standing there. Head leans back and just slams into the glass. again and again, leaving larger and larger splotch of red.
This is probably gonna hurt. You alright with that, Columbo?
Sorry, what?
I'm gonna try to grab him and break the
Ah!
ice. Take him.
Nathan, are you fighting this in any way?
Nope.
Jacob, will you roll a frailty check? Actually, contested frailty checks, please.
Wait, me?
Mhm.
Oh no, frailty. I have a 4 in.
2 successes.
That's a big 0, I'm guessing.
That's a 4, 3, and a 3, and I don't have enough will to fix any of that to make it good.
You manage to get your hands under the arms and just start ripping upwards. Well, I mean, Sadie, you see Jacob's hands pulling him up. You see hands of frozen blood pulling down. And the ones that are pulling down, like nails on a chalkboard, just drag down from the rib cage down to the hips. Nathan, will you mark off 4 more death's door?
God, it must suck to be you guys. Got up in first class here.
Apparently. But he is free.
And I'm gonna turn and start for the door. Open the fucking door.
Sadie opens it.
Yeah. Nathan, did you bring your pack with you? Your briefcase, your whatever it is that you carry, your documents, your camera stuff in.
I'm gonna say no. We kind of started running real fast, and I probably would have lost it by now. My evidence does not mean as much as, not getting stabbed.
Jacob, you drag Nathan up to the door. Sadie hits it, and it opens. At this point, you all feel that shift in momentum of the train starting to slow. It's a very sudden jerk of momentum, and then a gradual slowing down after that. Make it to cabin. That would put you in cabin 5. Where, once again, though not just the windows this time, but the floor, the ceiling, the walls, the seats, everything is painted with the words, "You took my father, you took my husband, you took my sister," over and over and over. That figure that's been following you, it's to the door as it shuts, head impacting the glass, causing it to crack. Her blood actually starting to pour through to your side.
Glance back and then just keep going.
Sadie's running ahead to slap the door open so it can be open in time for the other two to get through.
Get up there. Go to hit the button. Door already opens a crack for you. Enough for you to hear a familiar voice, a loving voice. Just leave him. Come on, take my hand. I promise that this is it. I'm leaving her. I want you. Come on, take my hand. And a older male hand is reaching through the crack for you.
Oh, John. I can't. can't leave them.
What are you talking about? Of course you can. Come on. Be silly.
You were never gonna leave Melissa, were you?
What are you talking about? Come on, take my hand.
No. No, I made a mistake.
What are you talking about? I said take my hand.
I
Physically starts like lashing out, trying to grab onto you.
No. She her satchel that the strap is now broken on, she's holding it like by the right around the clasps and like hit like trying to swing back at him. She's, you lied to me. You used me. You used me and you hurt Melissa. We both did. I'm so sorry, Melissa. I should have. We've been friends since college, and she's like swinging it. She's like, I was there for you when your sister died. I was there for you when your dad took his own life, and then I took your husband. And she's like swinging it.
Eventually, the hand does recoil. Door shuts and then immediately open. Nothing on the other side. Jacob and Nathan are able to drag the rest of the way through. Get to car 3. Empty. Not a sound other than the slowing of the train. Get up to car 2. Last car is the engine, where you see, through the door, Thomas, standing there, breathing a sigh of relief, being as put together as possible in this moment. Not a drop of blood on him. Not a thread out of place.
Sounds a little gone. Thank you very much, but
Written there on the door, on your side. 3 of you can leave. 1 of you is mine. That figure opens the door to the second train car. Now, just this vibrant blonde hair just spilling out one side of the mask, drenched in red blood, limping towards you, pulls out a revolver. You saw the one that Melissa got for her birthday when they took you shooting. You all went to the shooting range. Instead of pointing at you, he just leans down, slides it across the floor all the way to you. Drops to her knees, and then collapses to the floor.
Okay. Um, Sadie picks up the gun. And looks at the other two.
Gotta back up a step.
Three of you can go. 1 of you is mine.
I don't know that any of us deserve this. The way I see it, we all had a part in pushing Melissa to this. Everyone except for him. She points, not with the gun, with her other hand. She points to Thomas. What did he do?
Gotta be here for a reason, though.
Are you saying we should execute him on the basis that he might or might not have had involvement with Melissa?
I know what the three of us did.
You think he might have a say in this?
You think he's gonna tell the truth?
All I know is I can't kill anyone.
And you seem awfully trigger happy.
What are we supposed to do?
Beat Melissa at this game.
She turns and looks at where Melissa's fallen to the ground.
There.
She's still there. Cover your ears. And she walks slowly over. She's gonna remove the mask.
Yeah. Comes off in pieces, so battered and broken, leaving your hand slick blood. That perfect blonde hair, perfect makeup.
Is she responsive at all? No. Melissa, I never was the woman you were. My whole life I spent in your shadow. And even now, I don't have it in me to take someone's life. Or my own. So I guess we're stuck here in this purgatory. Aren't we?
Eyes start to flutter open, look up to meet yours. No, you didn't. You don't have anything, do you?
I didn't even have your husband. He told me 1,000,000 times he was gonna leave you.
It's like it slowly starts to roll over. You see a very pained expression on her face. Tries to start to sit up there in front of you. You don't understand. How close are you?
Like, to her physically? Close. Like, I mean, I would say, like, right up on her. I mean, maybe a foot between us, if that.
As the moment that she manages to get up, looks back up into your eyes, both her hands reach out, going for the gun in your hand, trying to pull it from you. Would you make a frailty check and test it against hers?
Oh. Wait a minute, what's my frailty? Oh. I got 3 5s. That's 3 successes.
Gotta take you to Vegas.
I got 3 6s.
Oh my
Maybe I'll take you to Vegas. Never mind.
god.
That gun that felt so heavy in your hand now you can feel it. Control of it is starting to swap between the two of you. You're both wrestling for it. What do you like to do?
Um, I think she's knelt down beside her. So she doesn't really have use of her legs to try to like kick at her or anything like that. I think in this moment of desperation, with this tug of war between these two women who know each other probably better than anyone else on this planet, Sadie looks her in the eye, gets this determined look on her face, a look that is not a usual look for Sadie. She sets her mouth, her teeth, and she groans as she leans her head back and then forward to headbutt her.
The two of you watch this wrestling match start to happen, and then that vicious headbutt as a crack between the two skulls. It is wet, it is solid, and there's probably a broken bone somewhere. I rolled a die. I'm gonna need you to roll a d6 and tell me if you got higher or lower than the number I just sent you.
Okay, I'm gonna roll it first, and then I'm gonna look at the number. I don't know if it yet. Lower.
With that heavy impact, you see Sadie drop down to her level, and there's a bang. Two of them stop. That figure, that Melissa, slumps over. Full on falls to the side. Sadie, you are free to stand.
I think Sadie stands with a gun in her right hand, and she stands and she lets it fall beside her, like not fall to the ground, but like her arm fall limp beside her. I imagine her head's bleeding as she turns around. Can we leave now?
Really like that.
Train is now slowed to the point where it's nearly at a stop. Lights pass by the windows of the train station in Decordova. You see people standing out there ready to board the train. Is there anything the four of you would like to do?
I'm just picturing Jacob is still just standing there with this bleeding frickin' Nathan when the door opens. And these people are just like, what the fuck?
Step out and just like look over and see all of them bleeding. And... Oh, look, you guys made it. It's good. So all do ourselves a favor and pretend this never happened, right? Ciao.
Words are still written on the wall above his head. If you can go, one of you is mine.
I step off the train.
Sadie.
You think we can all leave?
Why not?
Train does come to a stop. Door opens. And without even a second look back at you, Thomas starts to step off the train.
Oh,
Wait. Why does he get to leave and one of us doesn't?
Hey, she's dead. What's the worst thing that's gonna happen? It's just a
Well-
train.
Thomas disappears from sight amongst the crowd, who starts murmuring, and you can hear a scream from outside. People start looking into the train towards the three of you.
Go. We'll get out of here together.
Who's next out?
I'm going, so I've got Nathan. Kind of shuffle him into one arm carrier here, kind of this kind of deal. And I'm going to grab Sadie's arm and try to bring everyone out through the door at the same time.
Would the three of you all roll a d6 and just let me know, send me in a DM the number that you got? Sadie, you were physically pulled out, that gun feeling numb, weighty in your hand. Step out into the street. It's warm. People start calling out to you, are you alright? Miss, uh, someone call 911. They're hurt. What happened in there?
Someone tried to kill us.
Oh my god. You, please call 911. Come on, we'll get you to safety.
He needs an ambulance.
Jacob, you immediately right behind, in between Sadie and Nathan. People start reaching out to you, feeling like each and every hand that grabs onto you feels like they're carrying your weight, as it's just heavier and heavier to walk. And you realize that it's getting heavier as you are just dragging literal dead weight. Nathan is not moving, not talking, not breathing. We're just dragging him along.
Hey. Hey, come on, man, wake up.
Nothing. A voice whispers through the crowd to both of you. I told you one was mine. The sounds of sirens can be heard. Ambulance shoos people out of the way. Two of you are brought to the back of the ambulance, covered with a blanket. They start cleaning away the blood. Immediately begin asking you what happened, where's the rest of the passengers? They run you through a list of questions. Would either of you tell the truth?
I think Jacob would tell them that that somebody on the train was trying to kill them, and that they stabbed this other passenger and were chasing them through the train, and there was a fight at the end and they got shot. You're not going to talk about any of the weird shit.
Sadie, same thing?
I think Sadie is trying to do that, but she is panicking. She's changed, but she's still at her core that mousy girl who doesn't really know how to handle a lot. So she's She's shaking. She's doing the like post, like when something terrible happens and you're just like shivering. She's like, yes, someone was trying to kill him and stabbed him. And was chasing us. Like she's doing the best she can. She's trying.
Sadie, you feel the buzz on your phone, a message from John asking you where you are, why you're running so late. Yes, I wanted to surprise you as you were coming to town, but you haven't come in yet.
She clears the notification, slides the phone back into her bag, and she looks over at Jacob and says, "Thank you. I should have known that he was just using me."
Not your fault. Some people are just shitty. They use other people.
Can I buy you a cup of coffee?
Yeah, that sounds good.
With that, the two of you are eventually cleared. You will be questioned by the police in the following days, but eventually they find that had no wrongdoings here. They also find no trace of a murderer, but they know that something happened, and eventually they're going to try to get to the bottom of it. Hence, not a single other passenger was present on the train when it arrived. Unfortunately, Nathan did succumb to his wounds, being the final straw, strenuous act of being pulled out of the train. Unfortunately, that last little bit of fight giving way. Thomas Shelby.
PM, how are you doing, you slick son of a bitch?
You have connections in this city. You're able to be picked up. You, of course, have a spare suit. They are ready for you. Ready to take you to your hotel. Do the images or thoughts of Jacob, Sadie, or Nathan ever cross your mind again?
As much as I'd love to say no, because you know I love saying no to people who are lower than me, because losers. No, he reflects on it. Of course, he's very glad that no police ever come knocking on his door. No one can ever identify. They can claim, oh, a very suave-looking businessman drinking a Starbucks cup was on the train as well, or whoever they choose to describe him, some asshole. Yeah, good luck. It's a city full of assholes, everybody. So he's very happy that that never comes back to him. I'm sure he reads in the paper and recognizes a face or two. And, you know, thinking on that, he will go back. Like, I can see him in his corner office, his secondary corner office in the city here, sitting and kind of getting off the phone, like, oh no, Colonizer, no, you always make dinners worth it, buddy. Don't. If I'm ever in town again, I know exactly who to get whiskey recommendations from. All right, talk to you later. Fucking ass. And he'll kind of pause and then pull up a
older file and just look at this old stretch of town where now a bunch of condominiums and luxury apartments sit on the beach side, and or I assume it's a beach town, right?
But yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. And just see how it used to be a lot of, come on, focus camera. Used to be a lot of mom and pop shops, apartment buildings, multiplexes. A more vibrant place, but certainly not a place turning the kind of capital that pleases the system that Thomas Shelby likes. And he looks through those files and he just kind of reads down the names, and those images of the frozen people in the train kind of spark to mind. He just kind of shakes his head as he reaches for another, as he fills another glass of whiskey and kind of stirs it and closes it and tosses it down. And then just turns and enjoys the view.
Of course, seeing the small shop owned by one Victor and Elizabeth Proctor, father to Melissa Proctor. The individual that put up a fight that unfortunately killed one of the workers that came to evict them was sent to prison. The one that had lies and slander written about him because you paid off the journalists to make sure that it looked like he was at fault, that your men did no wrong. This led to one Nathan Grievous writing a piece that caused poor Victor to take his own life. And with that,
Should have played the game better.
sun rising and 3 of you escaping, 1 of you were mine. That is where we are going to put a pin in our one-shot for tonight of Locus. I love this game so much.
Should have shot me when you had the chance, bastards. Should have done it. I wrote the biggest asshole.
For a moment, I thought she was going to.
Oh, I had this image where I thought Melissa was just going to keep walking forward and everybody else was just going to kind of step aside and let her go straight for Thomas.
I had someone message me like, "What are you doing right now?" I'm like, "I think my group's about to execute me." No, it was very good.
Sadie couldn't do it.
Well, she didn't. I mean, player knowledge, it was the right choice, but character knowledge, she didn't know.
Absolutely.
Alright.
Well, thank you all so much for being here and playing this wonderful game. Thank you to everyone that stopped by to hang out and watch us go through this misery and torture and just amazing storytelling, because holy crap, are the 4 of these wonderful people you're all just crazy good storytellers. I do want to go through and once again give everyone a chance to tell people who you are, and if you're working on projects, people would check out where they could find said projects. Starting with our guest 1 spot, which is the Mr. Starbucks himself, Turk.
I want to know that he certainly does better than Starbucks. I want to know whatever trashy, like
It's Rebel Dog coffee.
Rebel Dog, sure. Rebel Dog or Cafe Nero, like that kind of thing is nicer. Also, Kitty. Oh, hello. Anyway, hi everybody. My name's Turk Accented. I swear I'm a much nicer person. Though when I get the chance to play an asshole in a horse situation to try and get myself thrown under the bus, I absolutely take it because I love it when someone has to look me in the eyes and say, "I think you're a bad person." That's certainly not sex. Anyway, I had so much fun playing tonight. Even if I did spend most of it trying to find ways to screw over other people to get them angry at me. But I was very happy it ended interestingly. You know, I expected to die, but it's good when you live. Anyway, if you want to see more of me, sorry, I'm in the wrong year on my calendar. I have some excellent news because I will be back on your screens as the infallible, most loyal servant to the horny vampire quadruple, pentuple, whatever the hell is going on there. Tempo. Well, talk about this stuff because that's really fun. And I certainly won't stab anyone in the back. You can, of course, find me here on Thursday. Beyond that, I am in Lancer on Sundays as the person going through several brains in one body, which is fun. And then next week, if you like this kind of brand of horror, then I have I have an interesting offer for you all. I'll be running the Department, which is a Delta Green series of one shots for the moment. Over on that 20, we will be running the Sweetness module. So it's kind of like a modern day Call of Cthulhu. If you're familiar with the Alice in Wonderland one shot we did here, probably going to be a little less whimsical, but just as much, but not also quite as much brutal horror, more psychological and family drama. So it'll be rough, but as long as it's always the one quote. It's like you're gonna suffer, but you're gonna be happy. So that's really fun, and that's been my main project over on 20. And then beyond that, there's plenty more to come. Of course, here and over on Neon Lights, and where I'll be, I GM Frozen Rain, another Lancer campaign. You can absolutely check out if you ever think to yourself, "Wow, Hooper sure does love to, hurt his players in Lancer games." If you ever want to be like, I wonder if he ever gets hurt in Lancer games. Now you know why.
Mm-hmm.
I give him bad ideas sometimes. Anyway, I've talked entirely too much. If you want to keep track of all the things I do, social media is the best way. Sometimes I even stream. Who knows? Maybe because this is just too long. Keep track there, and I'm always retweeting some other cool people's stuff. So it'll be a great way to keep track of some other dope creators. But like I said, entirely too much out of me. Support everyone who's seen your screen. Go do something awesome because just getting shows hurting people hurts you too. Maybe deep down in your soul parts. Anyway, thanks so much for giving me the opportunity to be an asshole.
Heck yeah.
And also not group killing me, even though you should have. Come on, guys.
It was out of my hands.
I know. I'm happy, but also, come on. I was an asshole enough. You can offer me up.
I'll move over to camera 2, which is Sean.
Hey, I'm Sean, aka Rise, also Archaeolexe in a couple of places. I've been playing games for 30 plus years now, starting from AD&D back in the Dark Ages. This is my first time playing with Law Caravan, and it's been fantastic. You guys were all great. Love you, Hooper. So this is also my first time playing Locus, and this is fucking awesome.
So good.
I'm a photographer in my own time, and among other things, I guess. The next thing that I have scheduled actually is I'm going to be playing on Sunday with Paradise Productions for a Jasper's game day stream. We're playing Kids on Bikes. Be my first time with that system as well. So if you want to watch me screw more things up, that's always fun. Other than that, you can find me on Twitter at SLFife, and that's about all I got. I'm like Turk, I'm not going to take up too much of your time.
All right, over to Marlo.
That's me. Hi, I'm Marlo. I go by Marlo Bogovich on Twitter. You can find me there. I love playing horror games. That's what I do, and that's what I like to do. I like to get emotional on screen. It's free therapy. No, I like that a lot. I have several things coming on right now. So I am part of a podcast network, Misconceptions Podcast Network. The original show, Misconceptions, which it's named for, is a City of Mist show. It's the longest running City of Mist campaign. Recently ended, actually. And now in its place, we're running Tales to Inspire, where I play a very damaged old Hollywood starlet fighting Nazis. She also has powers of telepathy. So she's superheroes fighting Nazis. Why wouldn't you want to be punching Nazis? Come on. So I'm doing that. I'm also on Sins of the Father. I edit that show. I'm a player on that show. We are teenagers looking for missing fathers. We are children being traumatized actively for your ears. So it's fun. It's in a good way. It's D&D. It's in the good way, right?
Heck yeah.
I'll do that next. So tomorrow I'll be starting over on Other Doc's channel. We're playing Cult Divinity Lost. That'll be, I think, an 8-week run or 6-week run or something like that. I don't remember exactly. But our session 0 is tomorrow. So it's perfect time. Start it fresh, Start it with us. And also on Thursdays, I will be running Quietus. I've augmented the rules. I worked heavily with Ollie Jeffrey from Sinister Beard to try to get these done. I also work with Colin from Colonomicon's channel. Those two people very much appreciated helping me augment these rules. We just finished play testing most of it, and it's about to hit. We're gonna do hit that first session hard on Thursday. My cast is great. It's gonna be wonderful. Doing that, I'm here for the next couple of Mondays too, playing some one-shots. So can I talk about what those one-shots are? Is that okay? Can I talk about
let me check what they are real quick.
I'm excited for them. They're gonna be great. But yeah, so I'm doing that. I'm trying to think if there's something else. I feel like I'm missing something. I don't know. I do a lot of stuff. I just apply for stuff and then people cast me for some reason. I don't know. I'm a menace.
You're good. You're good for both.
Okay, we can talk about it. Cool. So Mothman next Monday. I'll be in the Mothman one shot, and then after that, we're doing Morkborg. I'm very excited. Mork.
I'm gonna be a player in that one. We get traumatized together.
Together.
It's not about trauma, it's about power. And blood and death and hardcore rock and roll.
I'm so excited. I've been looking. So I ran it once for a group, and I haven't been a player in it yet. So I'm very excited because I'm a metal fan. I love metal. When I saw this game, I bought it because I was like, this is right up my alley. But I haven't gotten to play it yet, so I'm very excited. I think that's all I've got going on. Follow me on Twitter. Reach out to me if you got something you want me to do. I'm good. I can cry on screen. I didn't do it this time. I almost did, but I didn't. So
I thought about it.
We have to try harder. We must do better.
Oh, Vincent, I should have tried harder. Damn it. All right.
Almost there.
Over to camera 4. James, I have killed you in like 7 different one-shots.
So many fucking games.
At some point, it's no longer my fault.
I didn't ask to get stabbed. You're like, oh, I'm just gonna take this knife and go, ah! Yes, hi, I'm James. Oh my god, I'm real tired. I just got back from Gen Con. I promise I'll try to keep my list of announcements really soon. I primarily run Pathfinder 2nd Edition. My book was announced at Gen Con that I worked on for Paizo. Really excited. Lost Omens Firebrand's coming out in March. Can't say shit on it besides the fact that I worked on it. Real cool. I own a company, yes, Eldritch Osiris Games. We primarily publish 2nd edition supplements. Today we released the Warlord that is now officially on Drive-Thru RPG as well as Itch. But we are currently working with the Access to Reproductive Care Southeast. So the southeastern part of America. It is a pro-abortion, pro-reproductive rights and health charity that we currently are having a portion of all profits made from the company is going to them because fuck you, Ron DeSantis, and all you shitty fucking governors down there. In addition to all that, you can find me back here. I'll be here on Sunday playing some Lancer. Gotta catch up on what I missed last Lancer. And then I'll be back on the 11th for Pathfinder 2nd Edition, where I could play sexy vampire Serviriel. I'm very excited. I will be bossing around my Gabo friend, Turk. And yeah, I'll be I'll be back all of this fucking month, so stick around. I promise
Oh,
that's all the announcements.
well, of course, I'm Andrew, your games master for the evening and for most evenings around here. Now that I'm back from my vacation of having a baby girl, because holy cow, she's adorable and I love her so much. But yeah, we have so much coming up for the rest of this month. I have so much that I'm very excited for, and some stuff that I can't even talk about yet, which is a first for me, and I love it. It's amazing. But if you do want to roll dice with us in the future, you can find our casting calls not only on our Twitter at Lost Caravan RPG. I got the right side this time. But also, you can join our Discord. The link is down below. It's a big old button that says Discord. It's where we post all of our casting calls, our schedules, our cat pictures, our baby pictures, and just where we generally hang out and be giant nerds. And we would absolutely love you to come hang out with us. Thank you so much to Marlo and Sean for my first game with you ever, and you both absolutely killed it. You made this game a blast. Of course, thank you to James.
If anyone was doing any killing, it's fucking you, Hoop. Fuck you, Hoop. I'm kidding.
Thank you to James and Turk. You were both amazing as always. And unfortunately, the bad guy kind of won. I mean, Thomas walked away scot-free.
The baby blues up here.
Yeah. But seriously, thank you all so
It's
much.
away every time.
Our good friends over at... Are they still alive? They are! Quests in Chaos! They are live right now, so I'm going to throw a raid over to them. But before I do want to wish all of you a goodbye, a good night, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.